We are now live for episode 196 as we talk about the new Netflix rule and DC's new slate under James Gunn. Join us for this discussion of a show.
Well, um, welcome back to
Hey, how's
another
that?
episode of
How's
the
that?
Councilmen. This is our 196th episode. Today there we only three of us. We got Albert, Kelvin, and Ariq. Teguh is not here with us today, apparently. Yeah. Yeah, I'm back. Apparently 1 week off is enough to throw my timing with the intro. Yeah. So yeah, what's up, guys? How are you all?
I'm
Very good.
I'm very confused by your intro.
Kelvin hasn't been on the episode for a week and he's like, script.
What is my script? I don't know. I don't know my timing. There's usually like a cue, you know. There's like a what did it teleprompter. There's like a 3, 2, 1. It didn't go off today.
Actually, last time it was Teguh who did this intro. We told him to because he's never done it, right?
Yeah, I
did better
heard.
last week than you did this week. I'll say that.
Hey, I have like one blunder, one mistime out of 195 episodes.
Hey, one blunder is enough to make people criticize you. Just look at
You know,
what's his name? I forgot who directed Love and Thunder. Him.
uh,
Yeah,
yeah, sometimes you might be honest, you might be an honest person, but sometimes just one mess up, that's all you need, So
Damn.
yeah.
I messed up. Okay, retake. Play the intro again.
All right, let's do this. Going live, episode 190.
No, but yeah. Is the music on? Because I think my internet screwed up.
I'm dying right here. Calvin, did you not check your audio? Did you not check your audio before we start? You cannot hear anything.
No. I saw the screen turn to black, but there's no song coming out because of course I think the internet is like slowing down right now a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
I literally played.
So when the
I literally played.
So
I, thought- I played the intro again. I thought you're gonna time it right, and you just made it worse.
no, there's legit no sound coming.
Oh my goodness.
I hear no
That's-
intro today. Okay.
All right. Anyway, yeah, we're the Councilmen, episode 126 today, not 26, 196 today. And yeah, we'll
I'm
be
throwing
going
it back.
throwing it back. Whose back are we throwing?
What?
No.
Teguh's
Okay.
back.
Oh,
okay.
he's back.
No.
He's in the
Yeah,
hospital.
we're-
That's why he's not here.
This week we got plenty of stuff to talk about. Well, actually, not that plenty. Well, plenty deep stuff. We got a couple of stuff, but it's gonna be deep. So we're gonna be going over the Netflix news, a password sharing policy, and as well as James Gunn's DCU slate. So that's probably
This
gonna
is-
take up a chunk of our show.
This is like when you're given a task by the teacher and they're like, yeah, it's fine. There are only 2 questions, and the question is like, Number
A B
one,
C D
number
E
two,
F G.
2A, 2B, 2C, 2D, 2E.
Yeah.
That's what this is basically. Yeah.
Uh,
Uh. So
yeah.
yeah.
Off to a good start. Kelvin is back. How are you? How's the trip?
Yeah. Yeah. Last week I wasn't here because I was on a trip with my mom. We went on a tour to a certain food you ate in Thanksgiving. We went to
To a
Turkey.
certain food.
We went to Turkey. It was fun, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'll share some little anecdotes from my tour a little bit. All right, number one.
Before you do, is Arik cutting his toenails? What is going on?
I am actually. How did you figure that out? That's creepy.
Oh my god!
This typical Indonesia. This typical
I was
pose.
like, what is Arik doing? What is
What
Arik
is
doing?
what's Eric doing?
This a
Yeah, no, hang
typical
on.
cutting toenail
Oh, man.
pose.
I was supposed to do it before the live stream, but and then I didn't. Yeah, okay. Anyway, here,
Oh,
let
man.
me
But
mute myself first so that you don't hear the clip.
Go ahead. We cannot really hear it, but yeah, all good.
now we can't hear it either. Yeah. But yeah. So I went on the trip. I guess I'll share some anecdotes, like I said. So, yeah, when I was on the plane, it was like about 20 minutes left. I decided to like, hey, let's you know what, I'm bored. Let's just watch some Top Gun Maverick, just the last bit kind of thing. That
Hmm.
I was on the plane. It was Top Gun Maverick, so it's kind of like, oh yeah, that's nice. And then I was too immersed in watching Top Gun Maverick. I didn't realize we were about to land. So, and then like it somehow timed perfectly when I think it was like when the one of the jet got shot down by like
Oh my,
the enemy jet kind of thing. It times
what the?
perfectly with the plane landing, because when the plane lands, it kind of like shakes, right? So as
Yeah.
as the jet blows up, it touches the ground. I'm like, it shook me because I was like, whoa!
it's,
I thought
it's a 4D experience.
and that was a 4D experience. Yeah, I was like, whoa,
Oh my
what's
goodness.
happening? And I realized, oh wait, I'm landing.
Oh my god.
You know how scary it would be when Kelvin takes off the headphones and he just hears on the like radio thing like missile lock, missile lock. Wait, why is it still playing? Oh my god.
uh, another plane story is that when on the way back, some dude, this guy like 2 seats next to me. I was in the middle seat kind of thing, so there are like 4 seats. In a row there are 4 seats. I can see like the guy's screen like not 2 seats next to me. That dude watched Black Adam for 8 hours. It took him 8 hours to finish Black Adam. That's what I mean.
Oh, I thought he was watching it on repeat. I was like,
Yeah,
see how he
yeah.
gets his will? What is it?
I was like, I was watching, some movie, and then like, I look over to him. It's like he watched 10 minutes. He was watching like the first intro. He fell asleep, and he wakes up again. And I was like, oh, okay. He replays it right to the part where he last, and then he watch again for another 10 minutes, falls asleep again. Wakes up, continue watching it again. That
Black Adam
happens,
doesn't.
and then like legit as the plane lands, the credit is still playing. That's how long it took him to finish the movie.
How long was the flight? Was it an 8-hour flight
8 hours flight, yeah. Took him 8 hours to finish Black Adam.
from Turkey?
No, I was from Dubai to Turkey. To Jakarta, I mean. Dubai to Jakarta.
Is it
Yeah.
is it really only 8? Oh wait, no, I didn't went to Dubai. I went to Abu Dhabi. Qatar's Abu
Oh.
Dhabi. No, Qatar is what's Qatar? What's the capital of
I think
Qatar?
I don't know. I have no idea. But
Doha.
yeah.
Doha. I went to Doha. Yeah, I guess that's further than Dubai, is it? I'm not familiar, but I definitely didn't do 8 hours. That's why I mixing it up. I was like, my flight wasn't 8 hours; it was longer. So yeah.
But yeah, there's that. So that's pretty fun. I don't know. I find that pretty funny. Another thing, before I got a bird poop on me before entering the mosque. Is that good luck, Eric?
Uh,
Wait, were you asking me?
all right, let's see. Let's
Oh no,
Google
I
it.
don't go to mosque.
I am googling
Look.
this. It says, what does it mean to see a bird poop? Not to see,
No,
actually.
no, the bird poops
What
on
is
Is
me.
it good luck when a bird poop on your car? Nope, not on your car. I need on you.
Wait, why does this remind me of that? What is it? There's like this little clip where like a guy was like calling like a sheikh, and he was like I was fasting, but then I accidentally slipped on an apple and extra tahini. Did I break my fasting, or did God feed me? What is this?
All right, all right,
This is on a
Kelvin,
similar
Kelvin.
level.
According to gardenbird.co.uk, the
Okay.
most famous website, gardenbird.co.uk.
Yeah.
According to Russian superstition, it is good
Okay.
luck if a bird poop on you.
Oh, nice. So I guess I got blessed by the avian gods.
Yes, but you're not in
Yeah.
Russia, so it's just burp.
Well, I was lucky on that day, I guess.
I still remember when a friend of mine, I was walking with like a couple of friends, and then a bird poop on one of my friend, and then he flinched, and he like directly swipe it off, and then it goes to my other friend's shirt, and then like so my friend who got the bird poop is like totally clean, so he got the good luck, but then the stain is on my other friend's shirt that's just sticking out.
Wait, so he flicked it. He flicked the
By the
poo
way,
to.
like so fast right after it drops, so it's still like it's not dry yet,
It-
and then
it's
it's
Oh,
my other
yeah.
friend. So based on the superstition, he got the luck, but none of the stain. There you
He
go.
used up
very
his
good.
luck
Alright.
instantly.
The more you learn about
The
bird
more
poop,
you learn.
So yeah, there
the
you go, guys. If you
criticism
got
about
pooped on
my.
by a bird, that Eric's
I'm
already
getting
getting
criticism.
criticized.
This is for my camera
from me.
angle, so I'm just gonna put it like this, just to see my
Oh my
chin.
goodness.
Very
Yeah,
good.
one of the in live chats said Fred Love movie said, I don't know if I
Nobody
like
like
Eric's new camera angle.
nobody likes episode 1 camera angle, but oh yeah, go on. I'm staying like this. That's okay. Go on.
uh yeah, pretty much that, I guess. Then sadly I didn't get to go on the what's that name? On the hot air balloon because the weather was bad, you know? Yeah, so sad that I didn't get on that because it's like one of the famous stuff in Turkey, right? Yeah. Uh yeah. Oh, and also this is the first time I didn't know. Like I don't know if it's normal, but like this is the first time I've seen in a tour, in a tour usually have like a s- you know, already they already plan on where you're going, right? This is like the first
Uh-huh.
time I see where the majority of people they don't want to go to the places. So the majority vote wins out, and they change the plans to go into another mountain. I'm like, what?
I think that
You
happened.
can
I
do
think
that?
I think that does happen though. I think I'm pretty sure. So
I don't know. That's the first time I'm seeing it. I'm like, yo, I didn't know you can do that because to my knowledge, like like tours like this they usually have like they would have like partnership with the places they're going with too. So it's like just suddenly not going. I'm like, wait, what? You can do that? Yeah, there's that. Good thing though. I found Abik's rock. He requested a rock and I delivered.
Yeah, I did. I said specifically when Kelvin went up the mountains, like, can
why?
you give me a rock from the peaks of the mountain? When Kelvin, well, you got one. Wasn't exactly
What
from the
what what
peaks,
did you
but
what
you
did you
got
get
this.
me? What did you get me?
Oh,
Did you
you
also
want
get me a
another?
rock? Did you also get me a rock?
I got myself a rock. So 2 rocks actually. So now
I got. We are rock brothers.
so no, we are rock heart brothers. Uh
I don't like that.
I do not like that.
the rock heart bros.
Rock.
Anyway,
Oh no.
well, it
Yeah,
seems like you had It seems like you had a very fun journey there, very fun
that's pretty
adventure.
fun, I guess. I have to say, I'm sorry, I do not like Turkish food outside of the kebabs. They
Well, I
use
mean,
so much tomatoes. I don't like
what is
tomatoes.
Turkish food outside kebabs? Because honestly, I do not know.
uh,
I do not know.
I don't know. They serve a lot of the what's it called? I think lentil soup or something like that
Oh, lentil soup.
every
Okay,
time.
Oh,
I've
lentil
heard
Yeah,
soup.
that.
I I I don't know. Maybe it's just because I don't like tomatoes and they use a lot of them. That's why I didn't enjoy any of the food
Mhm.
outside of the
Fair
kebab.
enough.
Yeah, the kebab. They're like, here's your kebab. What sauce? Tomatoes. God damn
Damn it.
I'm just not a tomato guy.
I'm
Yeah.
wearing red,
Oh.
Well,
Well,
when you're wearing it,
red
is that
can
to
be other
represent your
stuff
love
other
for
than
tomatoes?
tomatoes.
but it's
No,
mostly,
it's my love for artificial strawberry. Wait, that's pink usually.
artificial strawberry is pink.
Sure.
Okay.
But yeah, we should.
Alright,
Uh,
yeah. That's
anyway,
very
we should we
much
should
it.
probably get started on the show.
Yeah.
Okay. People are just wanting to see my sheet. Hang on.
Yeah, I know, right? There's a whole
you're,
wiki.
you're just showing off your feed on camera right now. People have taken screenshots for wiki feed. Now we're gonna get the rating soon enough.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
RateMyFeet.com. Is that a thing?
Alright, that's not.
Is that a what? I don't know.
I don't want to. I don't want to open it.
Feed.com.
Oh, what's it?
Uh,
I'll do the info for
Kelvin
weekly
is
watches as a
Kelvin
visual
is
plug. I look.
Kelvin's cutting in and out really bad, is he?
Yes. Well, what happened? He said something about.
I didn't
weekly
hear a
watchies.
thing he said.
I heard him say weekly watchies intro.
Okay.
Is
Yeah,
that
do your
correct?
do
You
your
know what?
do your plug.
Oh.
Oh, yes. All right. So, before we get started and after 17 minutes into the show, don't forget to follow us everywhere on social media at Councilmen Show and help us, help us on the YouTube live stream. If you're in the live stream right now, don't forget to smack your face on that like button. Make sure you do it really hard so the like is up. Smack it like Ariq right now. And yes, thank you. That helped us in the
I
algorithm.
can't
And
hear
yeah,
the bump.
Kelvin is so delayed. Oh my god. But yeah, follow us on social media, like us on YouTube, and check us out on all the podcasts with the Councilmen. But yeah, there you go. I did my plugs, Kelvin.
I just checked.
How delayed are you?
Oh,
He's real.
I'm
He's
very
really
delayed. Let me
He's
just
really
Oh, okay.
let me just
Why don't you leave
refresh
and come
back.
back? Yeah.
I'll be back. Yeah.
While he's doing that, let's get to the weekly watchies intro. So
Yes.
let's get to it. Oh, this is the weekly watchies segment of the council, where we talk about movies that we watch this week. Is it good? Is it bad? We don't know. Find out right now.
I came in, the music wasn't playing. So you guys were just rapping without any beats or anything.
It's your audio, dude. I think you messed up one of the audio because using a Bluetooth headphones, right?
No, it's definitely the connection because everything else
Okay.
works. I checked the
Okay.
settings. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I've used Bluetooth headphones before, and sometimes the audio from the stream doesn't work because of the Bluetooth. So it depends on the settings of the Bluetooth. But anyway, weekly watchies. We're here. Let's talk
Oh wait,
about.
by the way, from my findings, Rate My Feet, it's not an actual website, but there is a Facebook page.
Ah.
Oh,
Very
do
good.
they rate it out of five stars or?
Like letterbox.
I didn't open it. Let me open it.
You're good. You're good. Let's just get to weekly.
Okay.
Oh, that's not
Alright.
feet. Never mind.
Let's not go
So
there.
Something else.
I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know now.
All right. Yeah. Weekly watches. Let's get to that. So I don't know, Ariq, you want to start?
I no, I literally watched nothing this week. I don't even actually no. I watched parts of Top Gun Maverick, but I'm not gonna talk about that. I didn't watch anything. I watched nothing.
All right.
All right.
All right,
So
Teguh?
how much star would you
Alright,
give
I guess.
for the part of Top Gun Maverick?
Parts of Top Gun. Let's see. I gave it a 5 out of 5, so I'll give it like parts of 5 out of 5.
Gotcha. Perfect.
Ah,
Damn, that's pretty high. That's pretty high.
it's pretty high. It's pretty high.
All right. I guess I'll just go to me first. What did I watch? I watched DC League of Super Pets. I don't know. It's. I find it boring. I don't like it too much. Sounds. Am I still cutting in and out?
You're
You
cutting
kinda
in and
are,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Can you repeat that? What
Oh,
your
okay.
thoughts on
How
it?
about
You
now?
said something about you didn't like it. Okay, it's good now.
It's
Oh
better.
yeah, no. I just thought it was kind of boring. I just thought it's boring. I don't know. I didn't like the jokes too much or anything. But the notable things I get from watching this is that this might sound sussy. You know,
Okay.
you know what? It's not might sound sussy. It is sussy. But like, what's the name? For some parts of the movie, I was like, for I don't know why in my head I was imagining like the actual Dwayne Johnson doing the things Crypto was doing, and you know, like.
I think that's just you, dude.
So you just imagine the Rock just like, whoa.
Yeah, no, legit. I was imagining Dwayne Johnson just barking and then sitting on like Superman's face,
I, don't know,
you
I
know,
cannot
doing
imagine
things
him
like
just
that.
going like, whoa.
Oh my god.
But it only applies to Crypto, Dwayne Johnson's character, and Kevin's Hart character. So I was also imagining just Kevin Hart as I forgot the
Yeah,
dog's
I mean
name.
their
But yeah.
voice is just straight up dumb. They're not changing it or anything.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. I just cannot. So I'm like in my head, I'm like, oh no, this is weird. Seeing, Dwayne Johnson just barking. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. Honestly, didn't like it too much. It's not that
That's
fun.
fair.
I think I wrote down in the review on Letterboxd that the only reason I was awake was because some guy next to me was watching Top Gun Maverick. So I was,
Yeah.
just watching his movies instead sometimes.
I will
Yeah.
say it's very interesting that this year, not this year, last year 2022, we have two animated films which the villain is a guinea pig. DC League of Super Pets and the bad guys from DreamWorks. Both of those films, the villains are guinea pigs. So it's a year of evil guinea pigs, 2022.
Huh. Didn't know that. I should
Aric's
watch
good.
the bad guys.
The bad guy's good. But
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So yeah, I give DC League of Super Pets 2.5. Yeah. It's not that fun, I think. Yeah. All right,
Fair
Albert,
enough.
what did you watch?
All right. Let's go back to, because I want to share this story a little bit. Let's go back to last. Well, okay. How far back are we going? Are we usually only go exactly? Is
1
it
week.
the last 6 days or 7 days? So the Saturday night
Starting
count if
from
I watched on Saturday.
I uh
Screw it. I'll
sure,
tell
I
the
guess.
story.
Yeah,
Since
just
last time, right?
say it.
Sure.
Just
Since last time.
just say it.
I was in the mood for a rom com. I was opening HBO Max. I was like, all right, let's search for something. And then the HBO have the filter. Go ahead.
Albert, so this is the thing you kept like the ranting us about online.
No, it's not.
Oh no, it's not. It's
Oh,
not
there's a
your-
different
okay,
rant.
it was-
Well,
Okay.
I did tell you guys. I did tell you guys about this, but yeah, wait, I'm telling it to the audience now. I was looking up. I was looking for rom-coms because, and then I was on HBO Max. Streaming service have those filter, right, for what category you want. So I scroll. I was like romance. Okay, click, and I go down, and I was like, ooh, Atonement. I've heard about this film. I know James McAvoy is in it. I know Keira Knightley is in it. I've heard great stuff about Atonement. And I was like, all right, let's check out this film. This is probably good. I know it's a period piece. I clicked on it, expecting it to be a rom-com. It's a very dark film. It's a romance drama thriller. It's a very depressing film and a very sad film. And it takes place during World War II. One of the lovers got sent out to the war. There is a sex crime going on. There is rape. There is all kinds of stuff. It goes really dark. Definitely not a rom-com. So I was I was not expecting that at all. But it's still a pretty good film. Keira Knightley and James McAvoy is fantastic in the role. There's a very young Saoirse Ronan, who her character is annoying as hell, and she sells the heck out of it because she makes me hate that character. But yeah, it's a really good film. The score by Dario Marianelli is fantastic. I've heard the score before in the past accidentally on Spotify because I was listening to the Bumblebee score, and then it's because by Dario Marianelli as well, and then it auto shuffles to this score, Atonement. So I'm familiar with the score, and I was like, oh, I've heard this one. But yeah, it's a pretty good film. It just wasn't a rom-com. So I've learned my lesson. Next time I'm looking for a rom-com, actually put a rom-com filter instead of just romance on the app. And that's a tip for everyone else as well. But you don't definitely be like, I'm in for a rom-com, and then you watch something like, what's a depressing romance movie? I'm trying to think of what and then you watch Blue Valentine or something like that. So it's like, yep, that's not a rom-com at all. So yeah, that is it. Atonement. 4 out of 5.
Damn. Okay.
I'm guessing.
No, of course not. I don't watch romance movie, Robert, or rom-coms either.
That is completely fair. All
Yeah.
right.
There wasn't any calm. There was just sadness.
It's a very depressing film. I'm gonna say it. It's not depressing. It's very upsetting. It's a very upsetting film. So yeah,
Well, how much you rate it? What tone? Yeah.
4 out of 5.
Oh, so it's a good movie then. It's a good movie.
It is
just very
good.
depressing.
It is
Yeah.
good. It's just an upsetting ending. So yeah, it's like the tragic love story kind of thing, you know.
Ah. Yeah. All right. So there we go. Atonement. I guess I'll jump back into me. I watched that thing. Fall. You know where the two girls climb up.
You watch
the-
Fall
Why are you so happy that I watched Fall?
because I thought I was the only person in the world to watch that movie. I've
What?
never heard anyone
Really?
talk about that film. I swear to God, I talked about it on the show. You guys, I think zoned out when I talked about it. I've never
I don't
talked
remember.
to anyone who's seen this film. And so I'm like, yeah, someone watch Fall.
I mean, it's always been on my radar, honest. I don't remember you talking about it, but I know
Okay.
Fall is always in my radar because I don't know, I see it couple of times, like the poster. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I might want to watch that, but I don't know. It looks like it's pretty good actually. It's not that bad. It's good. I give it like a 3 out of 5. Yeah, for it. It's mostly only focused on the two girls. I forgot their name. Let me check real quick. But yeah,
It's played by Virginia Gardner and Grace Curry.
Grace
Caroline
Caroline,
Curry.
yeah.
Who you might
Yeah.
know from Shazam.
Oh, so that's why she looks familiar.
She's
Okay.
Mary. She's Mary from Shazam. She's in Annabelle Creation, and Virginia Gardner is from the Runaways TV, Marvel's Runaways, Project Almanac, Halloween Kills. No, not Halloween Kills. Halloween 2018. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I guess the chat haven't seen Fall, so I wouldn't go too much. That's the spoiler zone, I guess.
You
The
watch it on you watch this
Uncharted.
on you watch this on a plane?
I watched the first 30 minutes on the plane. I got tired, sleep, and then watch it. I watched the rest at home.
Okay, yeah, it makes sense. This film doesn't really work, I think, at home because it's way more immersive in the theater. As you probably know why. At home, it is probably very lackluster. So yeah,
Ah,
the
yeah,
whole premise is about two girls who climb this tower, and then something goes wrong. So yeah,
yeah.
pretty much.
The tower is like really. It's like the fourth largest structure or something in the U.S. according to them. So yeah, it
Uh-huh.
was really tall, and then as they were climbing, they got stuck up there. It's just basically them trying to survive and how to find help from up there, kind of thing. Yeah.
I watched this in the theater. I think this is rated R. I don't remember, but the parents brought their
There are gore.
kids, and parents brought their kids. I think they brought this to a family night because there was like 3 kids and 2 parents. I was like, you really bring this film? You really bring kids to this
Damn.
film? And then the youngest kid, halfway through the film, starts crying because she got scared of the height because they really showcase like the height kind of thing, and she got scared, and so the
Yeah,
mom had
yeah.
to leave with the kid out of the theater to console her. So I was like, this is a bad parenting choice. So-
Yeah, I was gonna say the movie like shows the height, or like the fear of the height kind of thing really well, I guess. Because at some point when watching it, I was also like, oh, we do not want to be up there. You get to
yeah.
see a bit of the wobble here and there of the wind. I'm like, damn, all right, yeah, that's scary. Um, but yeah, it's honestly pretty good. It's a fun watch. Yeah. If you haven't, I definitely recommend it. Yeah. Fall. Yeah. So there's
Yep.
that.
Fair. All right. I'll say that I watched this then. I watched Slumdog Millionaire, the
Oh,
2008 film. I've never seen this before. This is the first time I watched it. It's pretty good. I liked it. I didn't realize this was Dev Patel's first film. That was
Oh, that's
surprising
his
to me.
first.
That was his first film. I didn't know that. So he did
Oh.
pretty good for that. Um, I know about the song Jai Ho. For some reason, I thought Jai Ho was more integral part of the story. It was just the credits. I thought it's like RRR, where the Natu Natu is in the middle of the film. No,
Yeah, yeah.
it's just at the end. Um, but yeah, it's a pretty well directed film. The story is good. I don't know if this is saying something about me. The fact that throughout the movie, if you have seen it, it's about him in the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire TV show, right? And they question him how this slum dog, which is basically a person who's from the streets, who's like, oh, how do you know all these answers and you're getting it right? And so it flashbacks to his life, to parts of his life that relates to, oh, I know the answer because of this part of my life. And in my brain, I'm always like, okay, this is interesting and all. But what's the next question? I want to hear the next question. So I was like, I'm so curious what the next trivia question is. And maybe it's something to do because I play trivia, and I was like, that's just how my brain is wired. I'm like, sure, cool life and all. What's next? I want to hear. So yeah.
Albert, are you
There's-
saying that when doing trivia nights you don't flash back to your life as you're
don't
answering the
recollect
question?
you don't recollect your life choices,
Oh.
Albert.
I guess I'm wired differently.
It's like somebody asks him about the movie trivia, and then it goes back to him bullying me back in grade 5.
I remember that. I remember the moment. Grade 5.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched Slumdog Millionaire as well, like long time ago. A funny thing is that I'm mistaken this for the Grand Budapest Hotel thing, the Wes
How?
Anderson one. I don't know. I thought they're like I thought Slumdog Millionaire is also by Wes Anderson's kind of thing. I thought it's like the same thing with Grand Budapest Hotel, just like a different title kind of thing.
Oh my
I
God.
legit thought that
Wow.
was the case until like 10 minutes into the movie. I'm like, wait, this is not Wes Anderson.
Oh, God.
should mention I have watched this film actually several times, but it was a long time ago. I all I can truly recollect from that film is that at one point the kid was locked in the toilet by his friend, and so he
Yes.
had to go down the hole and covered himself like
Yeah.
head covered him head to toe in like complete poop.
Yep.
Wait, what?
Then he had to crawl out of that. Then he had to crawl
Yeah.
out of it.
There
I
was
don't remember that.
part of this spoiler for the film that came out in 2008. One of the questions
Yeah.
is like who is the star of this film, and the reason why he knows it is he flashbacks to a part of his childhood where he's
Where he
using the
met the
public
star.
he's using the public toilet in India, and it's basically it's like it's like a it's like a shack, and you just there's a hole in the shack and you just shit there, and then his friend locked him inside the shack, and the movie star happens to come there, and he really wants to see the movie star, so he cannot get out, so he just jumped into the hole, and so he covered himself in shit to get the
Yeah,
signature
then
from the
he
movie star.
yeah.
Okay, I remember that. All right, now I
Yeah.
remember it.
There's the one thing you remember from the film, Ariq?
Yes, it is. And I think the fact that he won in that's kind of spoiler, but yeah, but I think he did won in the end. I'm not sure.
Yeah, yeah,
I think all I remember is the last question is the Three Musketeers. That's
it
what I
was.
remembered.
It was
Oh yeah.
good stuff.
Oh, all right, some familiar. Yeah. Pretty fun.
Yeah.
I what is it?
No, that's it.
Oh, how much you give this bird?
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I'll jump to me again. I watched that 2011 movie Moneyball. I didn't.
Ooh.
I don't know anything about baseball. Like, yeah, I don't know anything about baseball. I just watched this because of Brad Pitt. Uh, is this like first time? What's his name?
Nope.
What's the guy's name?
Chris Pratt.
No, not. No. All right, Chris
Jonah
Pratt
Hill?
was in this movie. Jonah Hill, yeah, that's his name. Just like very early Jonah Hill days, I guess, right?
It's like
Is
you
it-
mean his
is-
first time acting?
Is that his?
No, cause it's in Superbad.
Oh,
Superbad came out
right. I
2009.
forgot about that movie. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Moneyball was pretty fun. I don't know. I don't have much to say about it. That was
Oh.
pretty good. I appreciate I don't know. Watching Moneyball just reminds me of reminds me of the NBA of when Daryl Morey and the Houston Rockets was doing the whole statistics thing. So they just like, you know what? Don't take 2-pointers, just take 3-pointers and layups, stuff like that. It just reminds me of that. I'm like, huh. I guess statistics do works in sports. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I didn't really care about the whole connection with the daughter and stuff like that. I don't know if that's supposed to make me sad, but I don't know. Didn't really connect. But yeah, Moneyball, great movie. And easy. That's like a 4 out of 5 for me, I think. Yeah,
Fair.
very well executed. Yeah. All right.
Fair enough.
Do you have another one?
I don't know. Depends how many do you have. I watch a couple of films. I can match your. You can just go again.
Oh, I only have one more, but that's just Django Unchained, so I don't really have to say much about other than.
Okay. I'll
Say it.
Which one? Which film do I want to talk about?
it.
All right, you guys pick a number between one to three, and I'll talk about that film.
2.
2.
Mm.
Ariq, do you agree? Okay. 2. So I watched
Yes.
Tim Burton's Big Eyes. This is a movie.
Not Big Fish?
No, Big Eyes. Amy Adams, Christoph Waltz, who is also in Django. No, or am I mixing it up? Nope, no. Christoph's not in
Yes,
Django.
Django.
Christoph is in Hateful Eight. Amy Adams, Christoph Waltz, Danny Houston, Kristen Ritter, Jessica Jones is in this. So yeah, it's Tim Burton's movie about the painter Margaret Keane, who is famous for making the paintings with the big eyes, and about her life basically. And I thought it was good. Amy Adams was fantastic in the role. Christoph Waltz is good. He plays this prick who's also his husband, named Walter Keane. her husband, sorry. And yeah, I think Amy Adams is fantastic in this movie. And overall, it's weird because it doesn't feel like a Tim Burton movie at all. It doesn't. But Tim Burton directs it pretty well for this biopic. And yeah, I think it's a solid film. And the fact that it's very faithful to the actual life of Margaret Keane was surprising because there are some stuff that I'm like, this feels comical, but it's actually happening for real. So I'm like, wow, impressive. But yeah,
Like what?
um, well, I guess this is about her real life, so there is not really a spoiler because you can just look it up. But basically, the whole premise of this film is she's a painter, but she's very shy of her work. And then
Okay.
his husband is like a not a showman. He's like a it's not a con artist, not a showman, but he tells lies, and he's good at really telling lies and selling them, like sort of like a sneaky businessman kind of thing. So he claims the
Okay.
painting to be his own. So he gets all the fame, but the money is for the family because they're like
Mm.
sharing it, right?
Yeah.
So he claims all the fame to himself. He gets all the money, and then at one point he's sort of become like super power driven. That it really like it messed up their family life. And Amy Adams, Margaret Keane, is like, I want out. I cannot anymore. You're forcing me to do to all of this. I'm not getting any recognition. I don't care about the money. I never did. My life is stressed out. We've lost touch with our daughter. Blah blah blah, stuff like that. So she wants a divorce and everything like that. And at one point, she decided to admit to the whole world that the painting is hers. She finally decides to admit because she's been under pressure of not being able to admit because he will kill her and everything. So she admitted, but the whole world already know the guy, the husband, to be the painter. So he's like, she's crazy. She's losing her mind. What are you talking about? I painted this whole thing. This is all me. It's not her. So eventually they go to court. They go to trial, and in the trial it goes nowhere because it's basically his word against her word, and the lawyer is like, I don't know who to trust here. So the final verdict was like, all right, this is what we're gonna do. You guys are going to paint. You have 1 hour. You are going to paint in court. And then that's literally how, and in real life that's how it got decided as well. That's how they painted. That's how they decided. And Margaret Keane obviously painted, and she won the case. And obviously now she's famous for it, right? Because it's all her painting. And then the husband, the faker that he is, he was like, "Oh, I injured my shoulder. Cannot paint. Cannot paint, judge. Cannot paint." So, and that's really happened. Apparently, that really happened. So yeah, that's great.
I was just gonna say when you're explaining the whole thing, like just have a paint off. That's like the easiest way to tell.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
go to
exactly.
court and do all those stuff? Just do paint off.
Because he never show he never wants to show up unless, but and they do the paint off on court, so they have no choice, right? So yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
That sounds so weird. Paint off, bro. You and me. Let's go.
Yeah.
Takes out like a
Just-
brush and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, solid
I
film.
guess
4 out of 5.
I looked up Big Eyes, the poster thing. I was just thinking, that's like that. I don't know. The first taste of anime.
Because
Big Eyes.
of the chibi eyes.
Yeah, because of the chibi
What do you-
eyes. Look at the paintings, Eric. It's like, well, I guess
I'm
it's kind of
looking at it.
anime.
It's just it's like one of those like creepy horror animes.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But yeah. How much you give this bird?
4 out of 5.
War the Fire. Yeah. Like I said, I watched Django Unchained for the last one, but well, we've already said high remarks about Django Unchained. We
High
don't have to go through it
remarks.
again. I gotta say, I like the little detail of like I think around the end last last scenes. I think when like he shot someone close range and then like he wipes off the blood from his face and just like starts shooting again. I don't know. I thought that was neat. I like that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Django Unchained. Really great movie.
Not gonna argue there.
I mean, the whole Jonah Hill and the KKK scene is just the best scenes of all time.
Not too good.
Not too good.
Say the,
I know.
being first. Say the quote. Not too good.
And all I get is criticize, criticize, criticize.
Look, I think we all think the mask was a nice idea. Not pointing any fingers. It could have been done better.
All right.
Anyway.
So that is
Alright,
that is
yeah.
the last of the weekly
Then go
watches.
chain.
Yeah,
Yeah, 5
I
out of
think so.
5, of course. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's the end of weekly watches.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right.
So
So.
now let's get into the new stuff, I guess. Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Albert, what we have?
All right. So the first news that we'll be talking about is the new Netflix password sharing policy. So basically, if you're not aware, you know Netflix. Everyone knows Netflix. They have Netflix at home. Soon enough, no one will have Netflix at home. You know why? Because of this. Well, I'm already sharing my opinion right away. But let me read the news
Okay,
first.
go
Okay.
on.
Let me read the news.
Yeah.
So basically, they have a new password sharing rule that every 31 days, your device, have to log into your home network, or it will be blocked by Netflix. And this original report came out of the Streamable, which have this report. But basically, yeah, users will have to log into. They've been teasing this for a while, that they are not gonna allow users to share password anymore, and now they're implementing it. And how they're implementing it, say I said, it's you have to log into your home Wi-Fi network in order to do that. So you might be asking questions of like, okay, so I have to be at home. I have to be at Wi-Fi. What if I'm traveling? What's gonna happen? Well, if you're traveling, your device will be blocked. In order to prevent your device from not being blocked, you gotta send us a message. You gotta let us know that you're traveling, and we will give you a temporary code so that you will have access to your device for 7 days consecutively. So I'm like, okay, there you go. Netflix, smart way to solve your issue. And but yeah, basically there's a lot of stuff on the website that we can get to regarding questions. But just initial thoughts, I guess, with this new Netflix password sharing policy.
I think everyone can agree. It can be boiled down to one word: dumb.
Can I bring out The Rock to help me with this? Are we gonna get cancelled again? Can The Rock help me with this, my thoughts, or no?
Sure.
Hang on, let me open him up real quick. Talk amongst yourselves.
But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, it's so dumb that you're doing this. It's like the whole reason, like, people want to use this kind of service. It's like, if we are in a family kind of thing, we want to share the accounts. So it's like easy to do, right? Like, I think Albert, you share your account with your family, right?
I do. And yeah, my parents live in Indonesia. I live here. My sister's in Australia. So yeah, we're we're canceling Netflix. I'm telling you right away, we're canceling Netflix because I'm not paying for three separate accounts. My family's not gonna pay for three separate accounts. So that's dumb. Uh, that they assume that we will. And yeah, the biggest stupidity in all of these that I think is Netflix was the first one. They started when there was no competition, and obviously they're famous because of that. But now
Yeah.
there are so many streaming services that are doing the same thing and even better, and they have better original content too.
Yep.
Like literally, Netflix original content. Stranger Things is the only one that I could think is big, but like Disney have done better job at keeping people around with their original content. HBO have done it. They got The Last of Us, which we're covering. They got House of the Dragon. They got so many other stuff. They got White Lotus. They got Chernobyl. So yeah, Netflix is losing badly in their original content. And original content is not what's keeping is mainly for a lot of people is what's keeping them around for streaming service at this point.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're not doing that, it's a bad move. Also, a lot of Netflix's like audience, like target customer, are university students who shares passwords among each other, who share passwords with their family, and now they will lose all of that. And what they're
Yep.
doing with this is not only they're alienating that big part of their audience, they also recently, at the same time with this announcement, they increased their pricing, by the way. So they also increased their pricing with this announcement. So $6.99 for one device, basic with advertisement. $9.90, this in dollars. $9.99 for basic one without advertisement for one device. $9.99 per month. For two devices per month, $15.49, which is already expensive. And for the premium, which is four devices, $20 per month for four device. That is expensive. Has to be the most expensive streaming service already. And so at this point, they're really changing their target audience from everyone who can get it to just the rich folks who's like, I can spend money on this.
Yeah.
It's a bad move.
It's like, what's the point? You know, they feels like they wants to lose. like I would have thought of this change they want to make it, you know, somewhat cheaper, more affordable for everyone, kind of thing. But I guess not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it wasn't like before this. Netflix isn't Netflix already kind of like losing to a lot of like Disney Plus and HBO Max already? I think even before the change. Is
I
it now?
believe so. I don't know. I don't know the
basically.
exact numbers, but I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of what the like way back then, you know, Netflix was like the best thing ever because everything was there, and now with all the streaming services, like it's all spread out anyway now, and now it's getting more expensive, and you can't share. It's like, what's the point of having Netflix now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, I guess they were hoping that people would stay for the originals, but then they completely forgot about the whole hey, yar timber free. We can
Yeah.
there's
Hang out with Captain Jack Sparrow. Uh,
there's a whole seven seas for us to go through to get their originals.
oh, I guarantee you, most people are end up gonna be doing that for Stranger Things and other Netflix originals.
Oh, definitely. I'm gonna straight up. I'm doing that. I'm not paying for Netflix. With this change, I'm gonna sail the seven seas.
Because okay, let's again talk about original programming. Let's talk about some of the Netflix original programming that are like kind of big, I guess, right? Stranger Things, obviously big. We won't
Mhm.
have any Stranger Things for at least another year, maybe two. I
Yep.
don't know how long it's gonna take. So they have nothing to keep it around. The Crown is big, but I don't know much people who's like at least on my circle that's like watching it. Umbrella Academy, The Witcher. I know you guys are not watching The Witcher. Outer Banks
Not
is kind of
anymore
new.
now.
Um, what else here? Sex Education, but I don't think they have a show coming in anytime soon. Emily in Paris, Wednesday. Like a lot of these are like they don't have enough to keep people around. The thing is like with with the stuff that, and I'm comparing with HBO and Disney Plus because they're the biggest ones that in terms of franchise shows. There is something about their show that keeps you, once you watch it, you want to see a lot of other stuff from those stuff. Like they got HBO, like I said, they got House of the Dragon and they got Game of Thrones. It will keep you
Mhm.
around. Disney got the Star Wars Mandalorian, and then if you like it, you got Andor right away. And then if you like that, sure, Boba Fett or the other Star Wars stuff is there, like Marvel as well as stuff like that. Netflix, you finish on your things, you're done.
Yep.
Nothing is in that spear. You know, they don't have anything to keep you back, kind of thing. So yeah, that's like their biggest mistake. They don't have a they don't have like the attachment kind of thing.
They don't have a franchise to go with, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. uh but yeah, other stuff from the website that they reveal. Yeah, so you have to log in to the home Wi-Fi, which first of all, I I'm gonna cancel it at the end of the month because I guess I'm gonna cancel it now, but I have until the end of the month, right? Because for my account. My question is, if right now my Netflix is on three different locations because my sister and my parents, How are they gonna determine which one is the home Wi-Fi? I have no idea at this point. So one of us is gonna find out that our account get blocked by accident because we don't know which one is the home Wi-Fi. Netflix determined it by itself, so they don't have an answer to that. Some people say it's the billing address. So if that's the case, okay, then it's probably gonna be me because it's billed to me. My parents gonna get locked out. But yeah, it's pretty dumb. It says, can they in the website in the article, can you still share Netflix with someone who doesn't live with you? And the reply, no, accounts are only meant to be used within one household. Netflix will prompt users who try to sign in into your account elsewhere to sign in for their own account instead and block their access until they do. So yeah, apparently you can migrate your account from one profile to another. So at least they're making that easy, but I don't think that's that's not gonna be enough to keep people around.
No, it's
Um,
not.
But yeah, and again, it's so dumb because like now if you're traveling, it's gonna be so difficult.
You're
Like
traveling to different places. That means you have to email them, like you have to call, email them every time to get the code for 7 days.
here's yeah, exactly. You have to let them know. You can request a temporary code, but like, okay, we are privileged enough that not privileged. I guess this is our
Fortunate
lifestyle.
enough.
Our lifestyle
Fortunate.
is
We are
live.
fortunate over.
It's not even fortunate. This is what I'm trying to say is that our lifestyle is we stay at home. There are
Yeah,
people's
true.
lifestyle who are professional actors, musicians, artists
The one that travels
who
a lot.
travels for a living. They're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
gonna be able to enjoy this. They're gonna cancel it. They're literally. I saw on Twitter, Phineas, Billie Eilish's brother, literally mentions, "Well, this is gonna suck for me who travels for a living." So I'm like, yeah, that's it. It's gonna be bad for them. My God, this is.
I thought you were talking
They're
about
gonna
Phineas and
crash.
Ferb.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, whoa.
Yeah,
Phineas?
Phineas and Ferb, a fictional character. No, Phineas, Billie
They have Netflix
Eilish's brother.
account?
They probably have a Disney Plus account, if anything. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I bet Netflix didn't thought of that. I bet they don't. And this is it just becomes like cable television again at this point. It's just stuck to the TV.
Pretty
It's only
much.
one device. It's only one device, and you have to be at home. It's pretty much just cable TV now instead of you portable.
Wait, so you
can watch it anywhere.
still can't watch it on your phone either, then yeah. That's
Yeah,
You
unless
can watch it on your
log-
phone
Yeah.
as long as you logged in. So yeah.
plugged into the like Wi-Fi at home, basically, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Wi-Fi at home, the home Wi-Fi.
You have to log in
that's-
at least once every 31 days. The home Wi-Fi. So if you're sharing with your family, every 31 days you have to go back home, connect to the Wi-Fi,
Every
and
month
leave.
you have to go back home, yeah.
You're, imagine like you go to your parents and like, hey mom, hey dad, just connect to the Wi-Fi. Thank you, peace. Like what the heck? Yeah.
Visiting over for the family now, just the password.
No,
Just
just for
just
the
gonna-
Wi-Fi.
Just gonna log
That's
in.
it.
Just gonna log in. So, yeah.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
The only thing I'm looking forward to this is just I want to see how much they lost from this change. That's what I'm kind of excited to see.
It's like we know they're gonna mess this up, yeah, but like just how bad is it?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
okay,
I want to know how
question-
bad it is.
question for you guys, because I don't know how many streaming service you guys use. Including Netflix, what other streaming service do you guys currently have account to?
Oh, yeah.
Plus HBO Go
only have-
or Max.
Okay.
Max and Disney Plus. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. I have the most ones. Yeah, because I have Disney. I have Prime. Well, Prime is for delivery as well, so that's like pretty worth it. Disney Plus, I have HBO. I share a Paramount account with a friend. And I have Apple because of my phone, and Hulu is part of Spotify. So yeah, I probably have the most. But yeah, I'm not gonna miss Netflix once I cancel it again. HBO Max currently have a better library for movies anyway. So yeah. And I sort of here's the thing. I hope not only because obviously as a customer, I'm upset. But I hope their plan fails, because if it doesn't and it works, the other streaming service
Every
is gonna
will
do the same.
follow. That's true.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
true.
and that's gonna be bad for
I'm,
for us.
I feel like just looking at all the backlash that this, and I saw some videos of people talking about it. I'm pretty sure it's going to fail. Like, I don't know. I don't see this being a success. Yeah, because I don't know. Yeah, it'll suck though if the other streaming service follows through with what Netflix is doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm curious. Again, they're probably not going to release the numbers, but people are already upset about this. And what's even more baffling to me is, again, they're right. They release this announcement at the same time they they release their new prices, which is wild. Because not only you have to be at home, they let $9.99 is for one device. So that's crazy.
That's a lot of money
Damn.
for one device.
Yeah. So yeah, well, Netflix, I'm interested to see what happens to you. But yeah, I mean, we're obviously not defending this move. We're upset by it. A lot of people think similarly.
Are
So,
there
yeah.
people defending this move? Oh,
I've seen some people who thinks that this is that this is sort of like Netflix got to do what they got to do, so it's smart for their business. But I don't know how much they're getting paid by Netflix to say that, or they actually think it.
They gotta do what they gotta do is make more better originals and stop canceling shows.
that is true.
This is none of that. This is the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Can't wait for them to just look like, why are we losing subscribers? What is happening? We're just being
Yeah.
very greedy. How can this be?
Yeah, like again, Disney Plus is the one that probably the last out of streaming service that I'm gonna cancel, and that's because every month they have a new original that I want to watch. Like next month, I'm excited to watch Mandalorian, and then like they got a lot of Marvel stuff that I want to watch as well that comes out every other month, and they got other stuff that they have every other month that they release it, so it keeps people engaged, right?
Yeah.
But like Netflix, they don't do that. Like every now and then I watch the original stuff, and it's like Wednesday and Stranger Things right now and Cobra Kai, and that's only every other month. So like, what's the point at this point, right? So, yeah. And like HBO too, is
And-
like they're doing pretty well with their original. So
And a lot of Netflix like original movies, it's not good.
Yeah.
A lot of
what
Netflix
is
original
their
movies are
good
not
original? What are their good original movies? I
don't know,
to
actually.
look it up now.
Netflix original films.
But yeah, I'll look it up. Or you look it up, okay.
Yeah, I want to see too.
Okay, while you do that, I'm gonna try to read the website again to see if anything that we missed. How will Netflix know if you're not in home or your primary location? Netflix uses information such as IP address, device ID, and account activity to determine whether a device signed into your account is connected at your primary location. If your device is being used outside your home by someone you haven't authorized, you can sign into your account and sign out on all other devices, then change your password. So yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know.
I guess Glass Onion was good.
It's like the only thing.
Sure.
I guess Glass Onion, yeah.
But it's like very sporadically, right? It's like
Yeah,
I
not
thought
it's not always a banger.
no, like I wasn't a fan of the Gray Man. I don't know if you guys were.
It was okay.
Yeah, no. It was
I haven't-
fine. Adam Project was fine.
I mean, I know All Quiet on the Western Front is Oscar nominated. I still haven't seen it.
Pretty good, yeah.
What else?
That's,
do we
yeah,
have?
again, not much. I like that. What's his name? Is it who played
Oh,
Thor?
is that the one of Adam
Chris
Driver? was
Hemsworth.
good.
Hemsworth.
Extraction. Extraction was
Extraction.
pretty good.
Ma-
Was it
Marriage
Adam
Story?
Driver?
Isn't
Marriage-
that
I haven't watched that.
Marriage Story
Netflix?
was yes, I believe so. Wonderland Wild was Netflix. Tick Tick
What?
Boom.
When
So
the
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
The Irishman, is that Netflix? Original?
Yes, no, both.
Both. Okay.
It's because it was released in theaters. So
Yeah.
yeah, like every now and then they have good stuff. I'll give credit to them, but Enola Holmes is like fine. Like the old guard is fine. And they do a lot of like Oscar stuff, but that's like very few. Like there's not that many.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. Well, curious to see what happens. I believe they implement it right away, so we'll see. The drop is gonna happen next
The
month and
drop.
everything. So
Drop.
yeah,
Drop the beat.
pretty,
No.
pretty much
Drop. Drop the net.
drop the net.
Alright. Yeah, very much that I guess on the Netflix thing, Netflix news. No one's happy about it. Yeah. All right, so let's get into the actual fun stuff. I think right now, the DC stuff. I see light at the end of the tunnel here for
Uh-oh.
DC.
They're going to die. Oh, no,
Oh no, I was thinking more of a hopeful. I was thinking more of a
not a not
hopeful
a
take on it.
not an oncoming train. Not an oncoming
No.
train. Okay.
I feel like at that point I would have heard a choo choo. What happened to
Yeah.
Albert? He's choking.
He literally choo chooed.
But yeah, we just get to it first. So yeah, let's talk about this, the DC Universe slates, I guess. Yeah, we got the whole thing with James Gunn here. James Gunn basically announced the upcoming slate of projects for DC Universe this past week. After the movies with Shazam, Fear of the Gods, The Flash, Blue Beetle, Aquaman, Lost Kingdom, they are still set to release. And then James Gunn confirmed that The Flash is going to reset the franchise continuity. Yeah, and with Blue Beetle and the Aquaman sequel being the first film in this new iteration of DC Universe timeline. So yeah, basically he released the chapter one, which he titled it Gods and Monsters.
It's
There's that.
it's part of the chapter one. This is not the full chapter one.
Oh,
It's
not the
only a
full thing.
part of it. No, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Part of chapter one, Gods and Monsters. All right.
By the way, yes, I was
Uh,
choking because I was drinking my coffee and then I forgot what you said and I just choked. Went to the wrong, it went to the wrong throat.
Said something about
So
choo choo, and you're like, oh.
yes,
yeah, and not just and not just the chapter one Gods and Monsters stuff. They also have the DC Elseworld. That's the one with the whole Joker and the Pattinson stuff. So
yes.
yeah,
So James Gunn, if you don't know this, there's a video on Twitter and on YouTube, I believe. Yeah, he announced this and he basically confirmed Flash will reset the universe. Shazam, Flash, Aquaman, Blue Beetle still will come out, and then the other projects, Joker, Folie à Deux, the Batman Part Two, Teen Titans Go, and Superman and
yeah,
Lois TV show.
baby.
They are not gonna be touched. They are they're part of the universe, but they are gonna be labeled DC
Else.
Elseworlds, which is basically sort of a multiverse kind of thing, which is probably the smartest thing DC should have done in a while. They should have been doing this.
I
So
should
it's
have been
smart that
doing that.
it's smart that they're officially labeling it now as DC Elseworlds, so that
Yeah,
they can still do these projects and no worry about continuity.
yeah, and because the Elseworld project, like Joker, the Pattinson one, even Teen Titan Go. It's like the Teen Titans Go movie. People like that. So Elseworld is doing good.
Teen Titans
So
Go
there's
TV show is big for like the kids and everything.
yeah. I mean, the movie itself is also people enjoy it. You enjoyed it, right? Bert? I
I
think.
love it.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to mess with the Elseworld stuff because it's going really good for them. It's just the DC Universe part that they have to scrap and redo. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I guess
So
let's. Is there any other info, or should we just get into the
um
stuff?
No, just real quick. So yeah, he obviously Peter Seraphin. Peter Seraphin. Double check.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter Seraphin and James Gunn. No, it's not Peter Seraphin. What's his name? Head of DC. I had this. I had Peter Safran. Peter Safran and James Gunn. They're obviously running this. We already know they're the co-CEO. He also announced that there are several people who's working to build out the universe of DCU, including Drew Goddard, who worked on Cabin in the Woods, Bedtimes at the El Royale, as well as the writer for Daredevil Netflix show.
Mm.
He was the creator of that show, Drew Goddard. Jeremy Slater, who worked on Moon Knight, so he's gonna be part of this as well. Christina Hodson, who wrote Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey. She wrote Bumblebee. She also wrote The Flash, the upcoming The Flash, which according to James Gunn is one of the greatest comic book film of all time. So
Okay.
there's
Promising.
that,
Promising.
and also Crystal Henry, who worked on the Watchmen TV show, which I have still yet to see, but all I've heard is good stuff about it. So I mean, they got it, and Tom
Yeah.
King, the comic book author, who even if you don't read comics, you should be familiar with Tom King because his name, he's just a great writer. So yeah, he's done work including which we will get to Supergirl, Women of Tomorrow. He did Mr. Miracle. He did a lot of Batman, Heroes in Crisis, Batman Rebirth.
That's a lot of Batman.
Superman. He does a lot of. If you look it up, he does a lot of Batman.
Yeah. It's
So,
all
yeah.
Batman. That's all I'm seeing.
Yeah. But yeah, Mr. Miracle is probably one of his most famous works. So yeah. So there's that. But yeah, before we get to the actual slate, real quick thoughts on him officially just saying, yeah, the Flash will reset the universe.
Man, I think we all expected it, right? The
Yeah.
Flashpoint and all that. Yeah, that's all that we've been saying for like the past years. Just use the Flash to reset the whole thing, because DCEU suck ass. Now that they dropped the E, I guess it's good.
Oh, this is
It was-
DCU,
wasn't-
yeah.
It's just
Not the
DCU
DC
now.
extended universe anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty smart. By the way, I'm gonna bring up this graphic for their slate, and shout out to Heroes Reforged who made this on Twitter, because DC doesn't release anything yet, but this is a Twitter account, so I just want to shout them out that they made this logo just to show the whole slate here. So yeah, we got a whole slate which we will get to, but yeah, Shazam, The Flash is still coming out. The universe is gonna reset. And then Blue Beetle and Aquaman, The Lost Kingdom is going to come out after the reset. So that's a little bit confusing to me. The Blue Beetle one doesn't, because sure, they can just fit right in. The Aquaman
Yeah.
and The Lost Kingdom one, a little bit confusing because that's a sequel to Aquaman, which is part of the previous universe, and now it's reset, but the sequel come here. So I'm not exactly sure how it's going to tie in and everything.
Yeah, the Aquaman part is kind of iffy. Like, how are they gonna do it? And wasn't there the news that Jason Momoa was going
To be Lobo.
to be Lobo, right? Yeah.
Exactly. And James Gunn also, in this video, he also mentioned that every character will be played by one actor, and one actor is only going to be playing one character. So you will not be seeing multiple actors. You will not be seeing actors in multiple roles. They're all going to be distinct. So yeah. So that's going to be interesting again. So if he's still playing Aquaman, then I don't know what the Lobo situation is. Probably not going to happen. I don't know. And if you're like wondering, oh, what about Shazam? Yeah, so most likely Shazam is they've always been kind of its own bubble anyway.
Yeah. He's never really been part of the DCEU Justice League stuff like that, I guess. Right?
And even in the film. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
not surprised there. But yeah, so yeah, the biggest question mark really is Aquaman, how that ties in. But otherwise, I think it's a smart move to reset the universe. And Blue Beetle, I think it will be exciting to be sort of the first start of the universe with Zolo Maridueña. The Blue Beetle. So yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that Blue Beetle was like, the first movie of this reset universe, since it's not a very
I
well known name, I guess.
Right, but I think also it's gonna be disconnected enough where they can just tie it in. If it's gonna be good, they can tie it
Mhm.
into the universe.
That's
And
true.
because I think the film was already in production before James Gunn came in. Like those
Yeah,
top four are already in production before James Gunn and Peter Safran came in. And they probably just like, yeah, I think the Flash is probably fitting to reset, and Blue Beetle probably it's they're not gonna. I feel bad for the guy because if Zola Mardueña only play one Blue Beetle once and then like reset and then okay, bye bye,
reset.
you just see
Bye
him.
bye.
And because he's young too, he's really young, so they
He's
probably
really
like,
young,
yeah,
yeah.
there's probably good potential. And
Yeah.
Blue Beetle technology, Iron Man technology, start of the
Mhm.
universe kind of thing. So
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. It's like
Oh,
it's
well,
very similar to Iron Man, isn't it?
yeah.
it's Iron Man but blue.
But blue. It's
And
Blue Man. Blue Man.
Blue Man suit, Blue Man
Blue
Beetle.
Man suit.
But yeah,
Blue Man suit.
well,
Yeah.
well, what's your overall thoughts on this, Rick, so far?
I'm actually very excited for this because honestly, like, it's fair to say that I think I'm personally kind of bored with Marvel, right? I'm not saying like, oh, they're kind of going downhill, but like, I'm kind of bored with
They are.
Marvel, after Endgame. We're tired of it, and hopefully this becomes like, kind of the new thing for DC to step up, like as Marvel is
Oh,
going down, they step up or something like that. So yeah, I'm
oh,
very
yeah.
curious with like what they're gonna do. So yeah, finally I might become a DC shill. And then the next like
Oh yeah.
our drafts for like 2023, 2024 is also gonna be like, oh look, a DC film. We're gonna pick that first. We're gonna pick that first.
Oh, that's a box office success right there.
Yeah, that's a box office success and it's gonna get a lot of ratings. And we're always gonna be fighting for that. Like we used to fight for our Marvel movies, now we're gonna be fighting for DC movies. I
Yeah,
think that's the
I'll,
future.
How many DC
I'll
films do we have
apply.
in this draft? We only
I
got
don't
the
know.
Flash and Shazam, right?
Shazam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We didn't even have Blue Beetle and Aquaman.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
I hope that in the future there is like a cycle, So it was Marvel, and then
Uh,
now hopefully it's DC, and then at one point DC will start going down, then Marvel steps in again,
No, here's the thing.
and then it's DC again.
DC doing this is only going to be better for us fans because Marvel have to step up their game and now they cannot slack
that's
off
true,
anymore.
right?
That is
And they have
true.
to make
It's
they have
healthy
to make good
competition.
films.
It's good. It's good for both parties.
Right.
Yeah,
That is
in the end of
true.
the day, everyone's just gonna get good films. Or yeah, how it
Exactly.
should be.
Everyone wins.
That's what I always say. Like, okay, Marvel versus DC, sure, but at the end of the day, if one is doing good, the other is going to have to step up and do good as well. So that's always going to
Yeah.
be great to see. So yeah. But anyway,
Yeah.
should we get to the
Marvel
slate,
has
to the actual
been.
slate?
Oh yeah, sure.
Good.
Go ahead.
No, you're about to say something. Marvel has been what?
Oh no, I was
Yes.
just gonna say Marvel has been monopolizing the superhero genre for
Yeah,
too
to be fair though,
long.
yeah, for too long.
No more.
So-
I say no. James Gunn says no more. All right, let's get to the slate, Albert.
Okay, should I read the first one off?
Sure, yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, so yeah, I think we'll change turn doing this, but yeah. So again, this is chapter 1 is called Gods and Monsters, and this is only part. This is only part of chapter 1. It's not the full thing. And James Gunn did say that this is going to be. They already start planning for an 8 to 10 years. I don't think this is part of the 8 to 10. I think this is like a fraction of the part of 8 to 10 years because I don't think this will fill up that much. I don't know actually, but anyway, the first one. James Gunn likes to go to the niche. Literally, he likes to go super niche with Guardians of the Galaxy. No one knows that. With Suicide Squad, he literally have characters called Weasel that no one have heard of, and like Polka Dot Man and everything. Like he likes to go niche with Peacemaker as well. So, of course, in the James Gunn fashion, the first thing that's gonna be part of DCU is called Creature Commandos. This will be a animated show.
Oh.
The show will be based on the 1980s comic theme of military superhumans, including a vampire, werewolf, and Frankenstein's monster who fight Nazis in World War II. The adaptation in the DC universe will take a different approach as Weasel from Suicide Squad, Nina Mazursky, Dr. Phosphorus, Eric Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein, GI Robot, and Rick Flagg's father, Rick Flag Sr., will make up the titular team, and it will take place in the current day instead of the World War II, like in the comics. And this will be the first DCU animated series. It's already in production because I mean it's animated, so people probably don't keep an eye on animated stuff as much as live action. So they've already been working on this, and every episode has been written by James Gunn so far. And also they've already announced this for the whole DCU. All the voice actors and the live action actors will be played by the same actors. So all the voice actors for this show is going to be once they bring it to the live action, they're gonna be the same actor. So that's very exciting. And yeah, the release date should be sometime before summer of 2025. So
That's a long time.
That's right.
but
Yeah.
thoughts on creature commandos?
I told this to Ariq when before we start live streaming. Like I read Creature Commandos. The first thing I thought was like Paw Patrol.
I don't know. It looks like it sounds like a step up of Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol Creature Commandos.
Paw Patrol is like the training,
In the training session, and then Creature Commandos is like when they're actually in war. Oh my god.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm very excited. Creature Commandos. I mean, James Gunn has been doing really good with all this niche and wacky theme kind of thing like this. So, Creature Commando, and then being an animated, it can go. It has more potential, I guess. Right? It has more potential. So, yeah. Excited to see Weasel back. We get to see him a little bit in the Suicide Squad, and he was great in that. Just moments of screen time. So I want to see
He
a
had
lot
like
more of him.
he had like 1 minute of screen time, and he did die.
He survived. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler: he did die.
So yeah, I'm excited for it. So yeah, Avic.
I don't know why I like this guy's name, Dr. Phosphorus. He just combusts.
Yeah, I have never heard of. Well, obviously, Bride of Frankenstein, because that's just I think that's public domain. Like I know
Yeah.
those, like, and I know Rick Flag Senior obviously familiar because Rick Flag, and like Weasel, but like the others, I don't know who they are. I've never heard of Creature Commandos. So
Me
Yeah,
either.
neither have
I'm
I,
gonna share
obviously.
screen I'm gonna share screen pictures of them. Wait, but yeah,
Yeah.
To be honest, I thought I didn't read the full paragraph, but like I thought it would be like they'd be in World War II fighting Nazis. I don't know. I think that, in my opinion, would sound cooler than just a current day like conflict. But you know what? I think the whole creature commando thing is already weird on its own, so that's fine enough.
Yeah,
They don't need
it's
to
going
add
to be.
Nazis, but
it's
Nazis
sort
would
of-
have been funnier.
In a way, this is sort of like their Suicide Squad all over again, of like this misfits of random whatever. Because literally there's Rick Flag Senior there, and yeah, they're just like in animated form. They're just probably doing some government work, I'm guessing. So very much like similar to Suicide Squad, if I'm guessing it. So yeah, but it's pretty interesting. And I love that he started with this, like the weirdest, wackiest one.
you
Suicide
gotta make a
Squad, but
statement.
Yeah.
yeah, it's not the GI robot. He looks like an Overwatch character.
This is here. That is the comic picture. Let me take over real quick, because this is the picture
Okay.
that they share during the live stream, and I
What
don't
does it look like?
I don't think this is from a comic. I'm not sure if it is or not. I was unable to find if this
Damn.
particular picture is from the comic, or is this a concept art for the show. But yeah, from left to right, it's Rick Flag
That's
Senior.
That's Omni Man. Kind of looks like him.
That's actually Omni-Man.
Yeah.
From
From Invincible.
Invincible.
Oh, because of
Albert.
the okay. Yeah, but from left to right in the picture, if you're on the video here, it's Rick Flag Senior, Nina Mazurki, Dr. Phosphorus, which I'm guessing is like sort of a fire creature, Eric Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, GI Robot, and Weasel. So yeah, if I were to guess, I think the captain of the team is Weasel.
Yeah, he's looking the part.
Has to be, right? Has to be.
He looks the part, yeah.
You need someone confident as the leader.
Someone who can't swim.
But yeah,
I like the
very
GI robot here rather than the one in the comics. It's I
I
don't know.
don't know. He
This one
looks
has a lot
derpy
more.
though.
Yeah, exactly. He
I
seems to have
mean,
more personality here. You know, derpy personality in this I don't know, picture than in the
yeah.
comics. Yeah. uh
I don't know. Frankenstein and Dr. Phosphorus does look pretty badass. I quite like them.
that's true.
no, that's true. And the Bride
Yeah.
of Frankenstein also look badass. I
It
don't know
looks
why
pretty
in
cool,
this
yeah.
photo, this particular picture makes it look like Bride of Frankenstein is gonna be leader. Just
Yeah,
because
Well,
of the
that's what it looks
power
like.
pose and she's centered, but I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
who the
she's
leader is.
centered and in front, yeah.
Yeah.
But technically, so is he's also in front, Weasel. So you know,
Weasel.
so he could be.
I'm pretty sure Rick Flag Senior would be the leader, right? He's the only
Yeah, like
actual
the
human.
same.
I don't think he. I think that's too predictable though. I don't think he will be.
Well,
Really?
what's wrong with predictability? I don't know.
Uh,
You just nothing much.
no. But yeah. I mean, interesting slate so far. Any additional comments that you want to make before we go to the next one?
I don't know what else to say.
If this is the art style they're going for with the what's it name? Animated series? Well, it's going to be good. Yeah.
Yeah. All I'll
Uh
say is that I am glad and that they already say James Gunn say this right off the bat that the actors is going to be played in live action and animation by the same actors. It's going to be portrayed by the same person. I think that's very nice to know because like I mean even with Marvel it was they didn't really officially say that they sort of like play along with it, they just go along with it, right, with what if.
mhm.
But now they're like officially saying it, and it's gonna be interesting because we're gonna be seeing them first in animation, and then we're gonna see them in live action, which is
Yeah.
it's kind of exciting. So yeah,
I mean, we already known what Weasel would look like, and Rick Flag Senior is just a human. And then the Nina one, you know, we've seen Shape of Water and what's that name? Hellboy, the
Oh
second
boy.
one. There-
yeah,
so we kind of have an idea for that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, by the way, this is from he's a Hollywood scooper. He gets inside scoop and news from like
Okay.
breaking news and everything. His name is Jeff Snyder at @nsnyder on Twitter, and I trust him as a source. He mentioned that Bride of Frankenstein will be the leader of the team. So if that's
Oh,
accurate, then
okay.
that's
Oh,
gonna be
okay, okay. All right.
so,
Okay, that makes sense with the power pose.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah,
She got that Marge Simpson haircut.
I mean, most of the yeah, but
so
All right.
yeah,
Moving on. And then after Creature Commandos, we got the brains behind it. I know, I think she is at least. We got Waller, a spin-off series following the mysterious schemes of Amanda Waller set after the events of Peacemaker. Season 2 of Peacemaker has been put on hold due to James Gunn's focus on Superman Legacy and Waller setting the stage for DCEU. Viola Davis will return as Amanda Waller as well as other unnamed players. Wait, oh, it's one sentence. Amanda Waller as well as other unnamed players of
okay.
Team Peacekeeper. Doom Patrol creator Jeremy Carver will be the executive produce. Will what is this, Albert?
What?
Executive produce Waller with Crystal Henry writing.
It's literally that is literally the right sentence. Jeremy Carver will executive produce the Waller Show with Crystal Henry, the Watchman writing.
I don't know, it sounds weird when I read it out loud. But yeah, the release date again will be before summer of 2025. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this seems like it's like taking place between season 2 of Peacemaker. And this is the first official act. Well, I guess outside of Weasel, he's not gonna recast his brother, Sean Gunn, in for Weasel. So aside of that, officially then Viola Davis will be reprising her role. It's confirmed in there.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, she's a great actor, and I think James Gunn like working with Viola. Obviously, already in Peacemaker, exploring her character that she have kid, she have a daughter,
Yeah.
right? Because that's in Peacemaker. So yeah, interesting. It's giving me like a shady Nick Fury vibe because she's gonna be the one with all the strings behind the scene, but she's like shady, more shady than Nick Fury because obviously she's been dealing with all of those stuff. And Viola Davis is great, so I love her as Amanda Waller. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this one goes.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, again, the behind the scenes of how Waller operates. And Viola Davis, like you said, she's great portraying like that how do I say, menacing stance of the menacing vibe of Amanda Waller, the like a cold killer kind of thing. So yeah. Um
Yeah,
honestly, Waller, I'm not too sure what to expect on this one.
it is fair. It's the last time we saw her was Black Adam. She was in Black Adam, right? Was she not? Wait,
Was she in Black Adam? I don't remember her being in Black
yes, she
Adam.
was in the post credit scene.
What did she do?
Talking to. I'm pretty sure she was in the post credit scene talking to Black Adam. Is like, don't do anything. I will send my guy, and then Superman, Henry Cavill.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
That
yeah, yeah,
happened,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
So I mean, that's the last time we saw her. She's also in Peacemaker, and she was in the Suicide Squad. So yeah, yeah. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
Like, have any thoughts on this?
Sorry, my internet went down.
Oh, okay.
I'm not so sure. I don't know. I'm not entirely too hyped for the Waller stuff. I don't know.
That's fair.
I think it's because I didn't find was it Peacemaker? Like I found Peacemaker as to be just a decent show. At
Yeah.
least at least compared to Creature Commandos, I don't find it as hype is what I'm saying.
Uh, this is the picture I'm bringing it onto screen. This is the picture that they showed during the live stream. I don't know if it has anything to do with it, but Amanda Waller obviously it's going to be live action. This is just a comic picture, but the fact that they pick a picture of Amanda Waller in God, what's the word? Handcuffs.
Handcuffs.
So is she like is it about her getting into trouble and she's caught now and she have to deal about trying to get herself out of this troubled situation? Is that going to be what the show is about? Maybe she did some like in Suicide Squad. She literally she crossed the line, right, in some of her actions. So maybe she did something really bad, and that's what's gonna happen in the show. So yeah. But yeah, nothing
Yeah, I
much
don't
to
have
add to
much.
it.
Nothing much for it. Yeah, it's just kind of pretty interesting, I guess, to see Waller being front and center as like the main character. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't.
Mm.
Yeah, because even like Nick Fury, he didn't really get that like main character spotlight. So it'll be interesting to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also the fact that Crystal Henry, again, the writer of Watchmen, and Jeremy Carver, who work on Moon Knight, the fact that those two minds working together for this, it's weirdly exciting. Even though I haven't seen Watchmen, but I know what Watchmen is about. So the fact that they are working together, it's gonna be kind of wild. So yeah.
Yep.
All
All
right.
right. So yeah, now let's move on from Waller. Ariq, get to reading.
What? Wait, hang on. Jesus, there's so many.
Just the next one in line.
Yeah, the next one is Superman Legacy. So the film will be following the younger days of Clark Kent as he balances Kryptonian heritage and human upbringing. James Gunn is writing the script, and the release date is sometime in July 2025, July 11th, 2025. So yeah.
This one is exciting. The fact
I
that
don't know
they're
what else to say
finally.
about it.
Yeah, I mean,
Superman.
yeah,
Y'all don't know
get to
Superman.
I
Get to
like
see the
again.
upbringing.
We don't need to see his origin story anymore. Everyone knows his origin story. This is
Yep.
just young Superman, and the fact that they do this, it's going to be exciting. They're obviously going to get someone new. Feel bad for Henry Cavill still, but I think it's necessary, and James Gunn is writing it. If I were to guess, he might direct it. I don't know, because he's already writing it. Might as well, right? I wouldn't see why he wouldn't. Um, and yeah, I'm curious to see what's gonna happen. Uh, and I think this should be a lot of this should be exciting. Thoughts?
I mean, yeah, like you said, following the younger days of Clark Kent, I guess we don't really get to see that, right? How I don't know. How about the that series? Was it Smallville? Albert, I think you're muted, or is it
Oh
just
yeah,
my internet? I'm
Smallville.
not sure.
Smallville is the younger days of Clark Kent.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really watch that, but people like that. So if they maybe capture that same vibe to it, it's going to do great. So yeah, we already have some kind of what to expect, I guess. But yeah, uh, yeah, definitely excited for this. James Gunn has been great, I guess, so far. So I don't know, like he's been writing a lot of comedy. Do you think this one will be? How comedic do you think this will be, Bert?
I think the thing that will distance this from the DCEU is definitely going to be more lighthearted, which I think is
Yeah,
necessary because DC is literally they're gods and monsters.
that
They're literally god
yeah,
beings, and the only dark one is Batman, and which is why I'm glad, which we'll get to, that they're separating because the Battinson would not work. Matt Reeves
yeah,
Batman would
no,
not work in this universe. It will ruin. It will break that whole. It will break the reality of that universe because this universe is going to be so grand. And I think it's necessary because Superman is the Boy Scout. Literally, he's supposed to be, and I think it's going to be
yeah,
lighter,
that's
lighthearted. And James Gunn knows how to do with Guardians and with Suicide Squad. I think he can. I think he can do this. And with Scooby Doo, don't forget
he
Scooby
can
Doo.
capture. Wait, what?
He
Is it
wrote. Did
Scooby
you
Doo?
not know? Did you not know he wrote Scooby Doo?
Oh, right. I think you mentioned that. Yeah,
Yeah, when we did our watch along, I was like, he's a writer of both
yeah,
of these films.
yeah. That's a thing that the Henry Cavill Superman miss, right? The whole like Superman's supposed to be hopeful. We don't get that from the Man of Steel stuff too much.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one will definitely show that. Yeah. What's this you have, Albert?
This is the picture that they show for the live stream for Superman Legacy. So
Wait, is it going to be animated?
no, it's live action.
Oh,
But
okay.
all their I like that all of the pictures that they show during the live stream are they're showing the comic pictures of what they're sort of inspired by to tell the story.
Mm.
So yeah. Oh god, I forgot to write this on my notes, but they mentioned, I'm gonna look it up while you speak, but they mention,
What?
I believe is it All Star Superman or something, but the story that they're gonna be basing it off is gonna be inspired by a particular comic run, and I believe it's All Star Superman. So I'll
Who's
double
All
check
Star
on that.
Superman?
All Star Superman is one of the best. It's one of the best Superman runs that has ever been done.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll double check on that. While I do that,
Yeah,
yeah, I
the
mean,
picture you're showing is All Star
it's All
Superman.
Star Superman. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's a great arc. People should read it if they haven't. But yeah, I think it's gonna be exciting to see finally again introducing a new Superman for this. And yeah, with James Gunn writing, I have faith. I like the direction where this is going. And again, it's not a mature Superman, but also not origin story. So we get to see him sort of like maybe a little bit more in Smallville, maybe a little bit younger in Metropolis. Because again, we don't see Man of Steel is like pretty barely super. He just started off and is already this is his first day at work pretty much. And we
Mm-hmm.
don't see we don't see like a day-to-day life of Clark Kent Superman kind of thing. The closest thing we get of that is Superman and Lois, the TV show, which I haven't seen, but I've heard great stuff about it, and everyone who's seen it, I know love it. But that is a more adult Superman, where he's married to Lois Lane and he have kids. That is the plot of Superman and Lois. It says a more older Superman with the kids and married. And this is like sort of an in-between of Man of Steel and in that. And we haven't really seen that
The preteen
really,
years.
yeah, outside of Superman, not even preteen, because like if this is the picture and based on All Star Superman, that's like Metropolis, but like in the middling ages of not middling ages. I don't even know I don't even know how to describe it. Like the
Young adult, you mean? No?
let's just say not even not even young adult because he is already in Metropolis. He's already an adult. So, but it's not like super mature where he is married or anything like that, right? So
Okay.
yeah,
I get what
it's
you're
like
saying.
yeah. I'm trying to say. So let's say this is year 3 of him being in Metropolis, or year
Okay.
2, right?
Alright,
So
alright.
it's something like that. So that's the idea of it. It's gonna be good if there's gonna be Lois and Jimmy Olsen maybe there. Um, but yeah, I think this is gonna be fun because again, I haven't seen this since I haven't seen this era of Superman since the animated show, the Superman animated series, and the Christopher Reeve Superman, which they sort of touch on that with this timeline. But yeah,
Okay. Yeah, so yeah,
uh,
that's I don't have other thoughts on Superman Legacy. So
yeah.
yeah.
Ariq has went offline. His internet ran out. He's trying to reload some more internet. He's trying to get some more internet
He's
connection.
low. He's reloading his quotas.
Yeah.
Alright, so now let's get into the next show. Albert.
Yep. So the next show in line here is going to be Lanterns. The show Lanterns. And what this is going to be a Green Lantern detective-like mystery series featuring both Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, and a couple more, probably. But James Gunn teased that there's going to be more, but the primary two is going to be Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. The two titular heroes will investigate a mystery that will tie into the larger DC Universe story that will be seen in the films. And the main inspiration for Lanterns is said to be the TV show True Detective. And it's going to be aiming to be a HBO quality event.
Ooh.
This project has officially replaced the Green Lantern HBO Max show that was being developed by Greg Berlanti, who is the showrunner for The Flash and Arrow and everything else. But yeah, TBA on the release date, but Lantern is going to be a HBO Max type event for the DC universe. Calvin, you're excited about this?
So surprisingly, like I've never been excited for Green Lantern. This is probably the first time I'm excited for Green Lantern.
Really? I thought you were a fan of Lanterns.
No, I'm not. I'm just okay with them. You know, they're if I have to pick a Justice League member to save my life, I wouldn't pick the Green Lantern.
Okay.
But I don't know, just the premise of I mean obviously Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart are great characters in the I don't know, I only watch from like the animated show. But yeah. But the part that got me is the detective like mystery series, you know. I don't know. That seems fun, like cause they're going, you know, just spaceman. So how are space detective? How does detective work? You know, I want to see that. Uh, I don't know. I haven't seen True Detective or know what it is. Do you know, Bert?
It's a procedure. I believe it's a. I've never seen it, but I believe it's a procedural show. Like I mean, it's a drama series. It's a mystery. It's a very good police detective mystery story. That's all I've known. And from what I know is that it's an anthology where every season is a different cast and a different mystery. And I believe they have 3 seasons. I know the third season, the lead was Mahershala Ali. I know Matthew McConaughey was involved in the first season, I believe.
Woody Harrelson is there.
Woody Harrelson is in one of the seasons. I don't know which one. But yeah, all I've heard is great stuff about this. And like, so, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's exciting. And obviously, like talking Marshall Ali, I can see him as Jon Stewart,
Yep.
maybe potentially. But if
Ah.
I were to fan cast, if I'm fan casting right now for
Yeah.
a Jon Stewart and a Hal Jordan, my Hal Jordan, Glenn Powell, Top Gun Maverick.
Who's Glenn Powell? Which one is that?
He is. Oh, God, I don't know.
Oh,
his name.
Iceman. Not
Not
Iceman.
Iceman.
What's the guy? What's the guy's name?
I don't remember. I don't remember his name, but he's great. He's Glenn Powell. Set it up. Top Gun
Hangman.
Maverick.
Hangman.
Yeah.
Hangman.
All
Yeah.
the work I've seen him in, he's great. He got the cockiness to it. He got the pretty face. He is like he is so pretty that you want to punch him, and that's Hal Stewart.
You know what? I
It's Hal
googled
Jordan,
his
not Hal Stewart.
image.
Yeah.
I googled his image. The first picture of him smiling. Yeah, I can see it. The
Right?
cockiness, and
He
also
can play the
you know,
cockiness.
and also he's already in like what, two pilot movie in
He is exactly.
Devotion
He's a pilot. He's a
and
pilot already.
Top Gun Maverick. So Hell Jordan, also a pilot. So let's go with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
didn't thought of that. That's great. Yeah.
like for the John Stewart, like maybe someone more grounded. I can see John Boyega in this role for from one franchise to leave him to another. I can definitely see him there. You really have to Google John Boyega.
No, I want to see how buff he is.
Oh, okay.
Because
I don't forget what he looked like.
because I don't know, from the animated show, John Stewart is pretty damn buff.
John Boyega's pretty big.
He's pretty big, but I feel like he need uh okay, not he's pretty big. Yeah, I
He's
can
pretty big.
maybe he's pretty big.
And
Yeah,
I can see him play opposite Glenn Powell a little bit. I can imagine that. They're both pretty young. He's like the more straight man, and Glenn Powell's more like, yeah, what's up, bro? Let's do this shit. Like cocky kind of thing. So yeah,
yeah,
I can see it.
yeah. I
Uh,
can see that happening. I can see it. Yeah.
and the HBO type event is what's exciting. The fact that he's inspired by True Detective. It's going to be a mystery show, and it's going to uncover more mysteries for the rest of the universe. That's exciting.
Yeah, that's also the thing. Yeah, the lanterns is going to be, I guess, a stepping stone into the whole DC universe. Like, what's the problem here? What's the universe plot? I guess, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's very exciting. Especially since it's a detective series kind of thing.
Yeah.
And also, Kenny Lynch and I had the same thought just though. Michael B. Jordan will be John Stewart Green Lantern. I think I was thinking of that just now, but
That's not a bad
well,
choice.
yeah.
Uh, by the way, Ariq has recharged his
Michael B.
lantern
Jordan's
ring.
definitely big.
Ariq has recharged his lantern ring. He got
He's
powered by the
big.
yellow
Yeah, he
by
is.
the yellow
I've seen him
sun,
in Creed. It's pretty
and he's
big.
back with more
It's
internet.
pretty built.
Arik is back with more internet. Who's the
Sorry,
Arik?
I had internet problems, so I solved the problem by making a PB and J.
Now
Anyway,
Alright, yeah.
Now I want a PB&J. God damn it, Ariq.
I don't have bread. uh, yeah, so yeah, pretty much that. All in all, I'm really excited for the lanterns. Yeah, and also the green. Like I want to see like the other members of the Green Lantern members as well. Because they're pretty damn cool as
Yeah,
well.
Sinestro. Yeah, but we'll probably will do Sinestro justice now, because again, they haven't really did anything good with any Green Lantern adaptation. But he's one of the most crucial characters in DC. Even
Yeah.
like Blackest Night, Brightest Day, that's a big event that they're definitely not going to touch anytime soon in the live action yet. But that's
No,
like
not
big.
yet, not
And
yet. That's
what-
like phase 4 kind of thing, or like the
yeah,
next phase, the next
so
era.
yeah,
I
like
mean,
ready.
the live action Green Lantern is not great. I heard good stuff about the animated show. I've never seen it. But yeah,
The-
excited. I guess.
in the Lego movies, Green Lantern was the butt of the joke.
Which lantern is it?
I think it was Hal Jordan, was it not? I think it
Okay,
was Hal.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we can see like the other Lantern Corps, the other Spectrum. Because again, the title of the show is Lanterns. They didn't even say Green Lantern.
Yeah, right?
So we can see Atrocitus, which is the Red Lantern guy. You can see I forget the other names, but
Can see the
the
cat.
Blue Lantern. The cat?
There's the cat Red Lantern, remember?
There is. Wait, what?
Dexter! Dexter!
Show us.
Oh,
Screen
wait,
share.
wait, yeah,
Dexter!
yeah. I
There's a
think he
cat.
served as a companion for Al.
That's a
In
cat,
those
I remember,
movies.
because I like using Dexter in the Lego games. Yeah. Uh oh man. If they're going to show Dexter, now I'm in. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Obviously, I
Uh,
think everyone here in the chat as well, they're all very excited for it.
And what's
Yeah.
great about this so far, literally, Creature Commandos is the weird one that we're gonna get, obviously. Waller is more grounded. Superman Legacy is about literally Superman Metropolis. Lanterns is space. We are already exploring 4 different facets of the universe.
Hmm. Oh,
That
that's
way.
true. Didn't thought of that. Yeah.
Yep.
They're speed running this like let's touch all the all the I don't know locations we want to touch, I
All the
guess.
different parts of the universe.
Yeah,
By the way,
parts of
like
the
you
universe. Yeah.
did you have any thoughts on Superman Legacy? He's already gone again. You lost him again.
Is Eric gone again? We lost him again.
Oh, great.
He needs to he needs to recharge again.
Or he's just posing really well. I cannot tell.
If he's posing this well, he can should be a model. Alright, yeah. Oh, Katie Lynch bring up a good comparison here. For lanterns, they could have the Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt dynamic from Seven for Hell and John, and I think it could work out really well. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's always the idea. I feel like
Yeah.
the more
Pretty sure.
mature, older, more grounded, more serious, uh, John John Stewart, and then the yippee ki cowboy pilot Hal Jordan.
Why yippee
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Avik, do you have any thoughts on lanterns?
I think lanterns are like the coolest. Oh shit. Every time I want to say something, the fucking internet just keeps cutting out, man. Fuck.
It's not
Ah.
cutting out though for me, at least your voice.
Not
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now. Not right now.
Oh, now it's cutting out.
Yeah, Jay.
Now it's cutting
As soon
out.
as I say that, yeah.
Ooh.
Dude, I'm so
Yeah.
tired of my internet. It keeps cutting out. I'm literally just gonna sit here and eat my sandwich.
Just
We can
I
hear you
cannot-
eating your sandwich.
I cannot express my thoughts properly.
just turn off your camera for now, I guess.
I don't know if you guys can
you'll
hear me.
save up.
Okay,
I can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, but I can hear you guys, so I can't express my.
Oh.
Oh, he cannot hear us.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's what's happening.
I'm gonna
Alright,
eat. I'm gonna eat on mute. Alright.
Until its internet's back. All right.
He's also,
Alright,
he's also frozen. He's also frozen in the perfect pose too.
I know, right? All right. You have any other thoughts on lanterns, Albert?
No, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's next.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Chance Army Hammer actually got the role.
Hell no. Come on.
Hell no. Yeah, no. Alright, on to the next one. After Lanterns, we have The Authority. Yep. The second film in the DC universe is a cinematic introduction of the Authority, a team of superheroes with a less than idealistic approach to saving the world. The team was first introduced under the Wildstorm imprint at DC Comics in 1999 by Warren Ellis and Brian Hitch, and was later folded into the main DC universe during the New 52 initiative in 2011. The team is mainly composed of characters from Alice, other team named Stormwatch. The authority will explore the gray morality of crime fighting when questionable heroes take matters into their own hands. The film is currently being written by a mystery writer. TBA on the release date. Why are they not telling the writer?
I have no idea. Maybe it's James Gunn.
Maybe, but why would he not want to get the credit? No, I don't know. Kind of weird. Sure. I'm not familiar with the authority. Who
I
are
am
they?
not either, but that's because they're Wildstorm. If you right, Wildstorm, yeah. If you're unfamiliar, DC have a lot of imprints, like such as Watchmen. They're from DC imprints. They're from Vertigo, right, Kelvin?
Yeah. Watchmen. Yeah.
Like
they are from
even
Vertigo.
even like Peacemaker, Blue Beetle, they are not these. They do not start out as DC characters. They're from something
think-
else.
Sandman as well, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, they're from something else. I forget what is it. God, let me just fact check it just uh,
I
for
know.
accuracy's sake.
s-
But
Uh,
Charlton Comics. They're from Charlton Comics, and DC absorbed them and brings them to the universe. And this is from Wildstorm, the Authority. Um, so yeah, I'm not surprised. I've never heard of them, but from what I know, they are basically, from what I've heard, it's very interesting because they're sort of like a commentary. Because obviously they didn't start from DC. They're a commentary on the Justice League. So imagine the boys,
okay.
but inside a universe where Superman and Batman actually exist.
Mm.
That is
All right.
that is what I heard about it. So if this is actually like sort of the case where it's like a commentary where a group of heroes where they just want to take things on their own hands, and but it exists in a universe where the heroes already exist. It's a very interesting concept.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be some run-ins to the actual Justice League at some point.
Yeah. Which I don't know.
Is
I'm
there
not familiar with any
is,
of the characters.
is there a picture from the live stream?
I believe there is. Let me look it up.
All right. Because I was gonna bring up the comic book pictures, if not. Because I'm looking at the comic book pictures. They look pretty interesting. Again, like Albert, I'm not familiar with any of them. There's a metal lady, I guess. Uh, do you found the
Yeah.
picture, bro?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So this is the graphics that this is a picture that
Oh,
they show in the live stream. So yeah, if we're just going, I mean, I don't know what the characters are once again.
let me see the
But yeah,
members.
there is
What's
the
happening?
group
Albert?
leader is called Jenny Sparks, the spirit of the 20th century. I don't know which one she
What?
is.
Wait. Let me find an I don't know an article or something that shows who is who.
Was it Jenny
It's a-
Sparks?
Yep.
I'm guessing
what
it's
it
that
says.
girl. I'm guessing it's that girl in the back wielding lightning with the Great Britain flag.
There's also Jenny Quantum.
They all called Jennies.
Why is there so many Jennies?
Jenny Quantum is the spirit of the 21st century, so she's the successor.
Alright.
Yeah, I have no idea who this team is, but I'm excited to see once again what is gonna be. And again, the idea that I just realized several characters are barefoot in this photo. I don't know why. Anyway,
What's wrong with being barefoot?
nothing.
Albert?
I just don't see a lot of superheroes going barefoot.
Alright, sure.
That's true. You know what? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I guess.
Outside of like Beast, name another one.
Spider Monkey.
He's
No,
a Ben 10.
Hitmonkey, I
He's a
meant.
Ben 10 character.
I was thinking of Hitmonkey.
Yeah, okay, fair. But yeah, again, I don't know who they are. I'm not gonna pretend that I know who they are. But again, I know that they are very much a commentary to to Justice League. They're very similar to the Boys in terms of it's a commentary on the superheroes, and because they come from a different comic book, and now they're absorbed. So I just don't know how. I cannot picture a fact in a universe where Justice League exists. Imagine a
this
universe where the
exists.
Boys exist in the same universe, and that's them. So I'm like, it's
What? So are
very
these like
interesting.
what? The Seven or something, in a way? Are they just
In a
morally
way-
bankrupt? Is that what you're saying?
No, not the morally bankrupt part. It's
Oh.
the part where the story of it, the run of the comic book is a lot of them is a commentary of superhero like
Oh.
superhero characters. So yeah, that's all I know about it. But yeah,
Well, I'm reading their description like here. Well, I'm gonna read them one by one, I guess. Jenny Sparks,
Sure.
a British woman who could generate and turn into electricity. All right, yeah, Sparks. Next one we have Jack Hawksmoor, who was physically bonded to cities in order to communicate with them and receive powers from them. Bonded with
Cities?
cities? Yeah,
What the
bonded
heck?
to cities. What does that mean? Well, let's take a guess, I guess, on who is who. So Jenny Sparks definitely the one with lightning. The flying guy, I guess, is the Hawksmoor is definitely the one with the wings, right?
That's in the picture. That's a lady, though. I'm pretty sure.
Is that a
yeah,
lady?
yeah,
The
that's
one
a
with the
lady.
wings.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
one with the
Oh
lady. That's
yeah,
a
that is
lady.
a lady. I thought it was just really big pecs.
That's a
Alright,
lady.
alright, let's keep going first. And then from there we have Swift, a Tibetan woman who possessed wings. Oh, okay, I guess that's a flying one.
Jeez.
A
There you
Tibetan
go.
woman who possessed wings and sharp talons. All right, and then we have Apollo, a bioengineered Superman pastiche.
You
Who
know,
is that?
we can just Google this people. Jack Hawksmoor is the barefoot guy on the top right with the suit.
Oh, that's true. Forgot we can Google. All right. Apollo is which one? I guess it's the.
Jenny Sparks is the one with the British flag on her shirt.
Yeah.
Apollo Authority. Let's look it up.
Is
Apollo
it
is
the?
the guy with the halo.
Okay, the guy with the halo. All right, and then next we have Midnighter, a bioengineered Batman. Who possess the ability to foresee his opponent's moves in combat.
Bottom
Okay.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
bottom
guessing the
guy.
bottom guy. Yeah.
That's very obvious.
Yep. Looks like a discount
uh,
Batman.
yep. And then we have the engineer, a scientist who had replaced her blood with 9 pints, very precise, of nanotechnology and could create solid objects with it. Yeah, I'm guessing that's a
Guessing it's
silver lady.
the Silver Surfer lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And lastly, we have the doctor, a Dutch drug addict, and shaman
You
who
shouldn't just stop
possess.
right there. A Dutch drug addict. What else? That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Oh my god. Go
Who
on.
possesses what? What was the power?
Okay, so he's a Dutch drug addict and shaman who possess the combined powers of the hundreds of shamans who came before him. Yeah, pretty much that. So he's just really high, I think.
Yeah, he is really high, just high. Wait, why,
Yeah,
Albert? Why isn't our powers this crazy in our hero universe? I forgot what it's called.
the Omega,
Gall-
Omega,
Omega
Gall
Force.
Force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Who the
know,
hell is
man.
that? A drug addict.
But yeah, but again, I do not know anything about it. I'm just curious and intrigued by this.
Just just having a drug addict in a team casually. Why not?
Yeah, you-
All right, yeah. Yeah, again, that's the authority, I guess. Pretty interesting. All right. Next one. Let's go to the next one. Avic's going to read. Yeah.
yes.
All right.
Next one is
Paradise
called a
Lost.
Paradise Falls Lost.
Lost.
I know. Lost. So Paradise Lost, a Game of Thrones inspired fantasy series set on Themyscira long before the birth of Wonder Woman. The show will tell the origin of the Amazon's all-female culture and society. Very cool. I'm not sure
Okay.
why the Game of Thrones inspired stuff. Is it all because they're using swords or something? I don't know.
It's probably gonna be like a fantasy epic. I'm guessing.
That's true, but
And
yeah.
a TV show.
Come to think of it, like what is on Themyscira apart from some sandy beaches and islands?
They have a
Well,
dome
Do they?
that fell.
Yeah, and a
They
dome.
they have
Do
a
they have
whole
like?
obstacle course of challenges.
That's the thing. Like, do they have like? Do they have like their own? What do you call it? Ecosystem? Is there like weird, like mythical creatures and dragons or something living there?
No, I don't think.
I don't think
Which
so.
honestly would be cool, but like, in that case, like, it's just an island full of women. Why would
Yeah,
I
and,
want to
and
go to an island full of? I want to go to an island full of.
the fact that this is a prequel to Wonder Woman, I'm guessing we're not gonna see Wonder Woman. I don't know if we're gonna get Connie Nielsen and Robin Wright back as Hippolyta and Antiope. I think they'll be great for it. But yeah, I think the idea of a show, right? This is. I think the idea of this kind of interesting way to tease Wonder Woman, but not introduce Wonder Woman right away. And yeah, like you said, we don't know much about Themyscira yet, so there's a lot more to explore.
Mm, I don't know what else to add to this. Oh yeah, there's no release date as well. I forgot to mention that. To be announced.
I haven't watched Game of Thrones or anything like that, so
What? Yes, going in empty. What do you think?
I mean, again, Themyscira hasn't been explored, so why not? I suppose. And yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. Yeah, exciting stuff. I don't think anyone is attached to it just yet, right? In terms of
mm.
working it. But yeah, I mean, if a fantasy epic series, sign me up. Wonder Woman. Yeah, let's go.
Why not? Yeah. What if it's just going to be a whole but isn't like Game of Thrones some parts of it like just whole like
Political.
political
A lot of
stuff,
it
yeah.
is political. Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
it
could
makes
be.
sense. I mean, there is a queen in Themyscira. I don't
Mhm.
know what. I don't know if it's. Well, I guess
Yeah,
Diana would have been next in line. So I don't know if there's no one challenging for the throne.
but like they're such a closed nation. Like it's not gonna have the same merit as
Yeah.
like say Game of Thrones. Where there's like multiple houses interacting.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Like if there's going to be a political conflict, it's going to be an internal conflict.
Yeah,
I guess, right? There isn't
yeah,
like other nations to be like,
yeah. They
no, we
haven't
want
touched
your
other
horses.
nations. We
Yeah.
want your horses. No, we want your horses. Right, the Mascaras only has horses. That's all we've seen.
Yep. Not even with wings. It's just normal
No,
horses.
they're just normal horses. They're not even super horses. Like Amazonians are like superhuman. They're
No,
just
no, no.
Yeah, but
They're just
but
horse.
the thing, they are very tied into Greek mythology, so that could be something that they could somehow wear Greek. I mean, it is gods and monsters, so
yeah,
they
that's
could
true.
Oh,
tie
that's
in like
true.
So
gods and
maybe there's
everything.
like
Stuff.
involvement with the gods and stuff, like Zeus.
Also, I tried looking up Paradise Lost, and I forgot about this. Calvin, the I know you watched the Justice League animated show. There is a two-part episode called Paradise Lost, um, and it's about like Wonder Woman having to go back to Themyscira because I don't exactly remember what happened, but Felix Faust is in it.
I think I
Um,
remember.
you have to go back to Themyscira, deal with some stuff. Hades is involved, Tartarus. But yeah, so I mean, obviously they're not gonna have all the Justice League members nor Wonder Woman, but and I don't even think this is like gonna be an adaptation of that. But yeah, it's I like intrigue story. Also, it's based on a poem. Paradise Lost is a
Yeah,
poem.
apparently there's a poem. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's one of
Cool.
those in. Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Now that I think
17th
about it, yeah,
century.
they're gonna involve the Greek pantheon in the DC is pretty cool.
Honestly, just hearing Paradise Lost, it already sounds very, like gods and creatures kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
And the
very
post credit
cool, I
scene will be
guess.
the post credit scene will be like, oh, there's Diana right there. She just returned from her journey, or something. I don't know.
But then you're just
Oh,
like coming out the toilet. Whoa, that was a long one.
not
And then just cuts.
Whoa, that was a long one. What kind of ending is that? Just
Uh,
Fair,
yeah.
fair.
Alright, so yeah, that's Paradise Lost. Interesting to explore Themyscira. Alright, next, Albert, let's the next one. Read the next one.
Yep. The next one will be The Brave and the Bold. This will be a Batman movie. It will introduce the Bat family to the DC universe. The film will focus on Batman's relationship with Robin, who will be the fifth incarnation of Robin. This will be the Damian Wayne Robin, Batman's son. So for those of you that don't know, it's Bruce Wayne's son, Damian Wayne. So this will be the fifth incarnation. It will feature a new iteration of Batman entirely separate from the Robert Pattinson Batman, as well as Ben Affleck's take on the character. And James Gunn admitted on air that the Damian Wayne is his favorite Robin, which threw me for a loop. I'm like, interesting choice for your favorite Robin. I've never heard anyone say that Damian Wayne is their favorite Robin.
Yep.
But it is James Gunn. And he calls him an assassin and a little son of a so yeah, he calls him that. And yeah, The Brave and the Bold will be heavily inspired by Grant Morrison's comic run on the Cape Crusader, as well as Tom King's, focusing on Bruce and Damian Wayne's father-son dynamics. No release date yet, but this is very, very exciting. Obviously, we're gonna have two different incarnations of Batman. I'm totally fine with that. I'm excited for it. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around the fact that he likes Damian Wayne the most. That is very jarring to me. But I like this because we get to see a very different Batman. We get to see it. We've never seen Batman as a dad in live action.
That is true. I was gonna say
And the
that. Yeah,
last
this is the
time we
first time
see
we see this
Batman with
dynamic
a
because
the last time we see
yeah,
Batman and Robin in live action is Batman and Robin, the movie with Chris O'Donnell.
one of the
It's
bat
been a long time.
nipples.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a hell of a long time, and it's a different Robin this time too. So, Calvin, I know you're excited for this.
I mean, yeah, obviously. Uh, I mean, I guess Damian Wayne is a more troubled kid, so I guess that's why they, you know, it'll be interesting to see Batman's parenting technique. Yeah, with Alfred helping as well, I presume. Um, honestly, just I'm just really curious on who is going to be playing this Batman. Honestly, yeah,
Oh, you want to fan cast him right now? Because it has to be someone who's like old enough to have a kid.
yeah, I don't know. Bruce Campbell, let's go.
Again.
Finn Wolfhard as Damian Wayne.
Oh, I think he's too scrawny, Albert.
Damian Wayne,
I
Damian
know
Wayne
how
is
actors
strong.
are. They can build.
Yeah, I
they
know,
can
but
build.
Fine. Gaten Matarazzo.
No, but I was just thinking like Finn Wolfhard, but he still have the haircut from Stranger Things. As
Noah
Damian Wayne.
Schnapp. Noah
Oh
Schnapp.
my.
Noah Schnapp.
Yeah, all right, we got it. So Noah Schnapp as Robin and Sadie
Mhm.
Sink. Sadie Sink as Batman.
Sadie Sink.
Yes, Sadie Sink will be playing Batman. Just
Just
Stranger Things here.
bring in David Harbour as Batman. Very big.
Yeah, why not?
bulky
Yeah, why
man.
not? Just get the stranger. After Netflix goes down the tubes, they need new roles, right? So might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say on this. The father son dynamics is just the most interesting part. Avik, what about you?
I just want to ask, like, what is the deal with Damian Wayne? I don't understand like any of the, what do you call it,
Oh yeah,
the Robin
He's a
families, right?
brat.
So like,
Calvin.
oh, that's it.
Why don't you explain it, Calvin? You're more familiar with this.
Think about it like that. He's a brat, Avik. And in the
So it's
new
just like,
52, he killed Dick Grayson.
oh, that's the one. Oh, he was responsible for that. Okay, I mean, like, I've
Wait,
heard that
what?
many times before,
I
but
didn't know
I
that. He
think,
killed Dick Grayson.
but kinda by accident. Yeah.
by accident. Yeah, I've heard of the story like repeated many times. I think it was used in the game as well. Injustice. I'm not so sure actually.
So
Yeah, something like that.
okay,
He's just kind of annoying. That's it.
yeah, he's the fifth. He's the fifth Robin, right? Because like it's not Dick Grayson is the first one. Jason Todd is the second. The third one is Rat Robin. What's his name? Tim Drake. And then Stephanie. There's also Stephanie Brown, and I think there is this one. There is more, but yeah, he's like he's the son. He's the son of Bruce Wayne and Talia al Ghul, who is the daughter of Ra's al Ghul. So there's already the potential we can see Ra's al Ghul in this film because of that, because they have to explore Talia al Ghul's relationship with Bruce Wayne, which is going to be interesting. They can bring in the Lazarus Pit in this
Oh,
one,
yeah.
which they definitely cannot do Lazarus Pit in the Batmanson universe. It doesn't work. The Batmanson universe is so grounded to reality that anything fantastical doesn't work. But I'm excited for this one because with the idea of Lazarus Pit being possible in this, you can bring Clayface into this. You can bring like Solomon Grundy into this. You can bring all the various fantasy, more crazy Batman
Yeah.
villains into this because it's in
That-
the universe. It fits the tone.
That's what I'm most excited for because Batman, like, let's be honest, he got the best rogues gallery out of like all heroes kind of thing, right? Like, just the potential of having Clayface, he's very underrated, I think. I think Clayface will be great. Because every time a lot of the villains we see in like the live action is always, Two-Face or Joker mostly. Sometimes Mr. Freeze, but it was really puns.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
fair, man. And
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
also another point, the fact that this is gonna be Damian Wayne, it means that the other characters are already in the universe. We're already gonna see it. Dick Grayson is somewhere out there getting ready to be killed by Damian Wayne.
That's a new. That's in Injustice stuff.
Red
Alright.
Hood. Oh, Injustice. Okay, never mind. Then that's
Yeah,
off canon.
Injustice. I mean,
It's not gonna be part of the. It's a Elseworld. There you go.
yeah.
Jason Todd, Red Hood is somewhere running around. Tim Drake is running around somewhere. So they could introduce them later on and don't have to tell
Mhm.
the origin stories. It's so smart. It's so smart that they do this.
Yeah, I think at this point everyone knows like the basic origin story. We don't have to go through that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I like the fact that the Superman that we're getting is a Superman era that we haven't seen, part of his life that we haven't seen, and this one in live action we haven't seen this version of Batman. So it's gonna be to see Batman as a dad, because I don't think he's a well. I guess he's a good dad. Technically, all the Robins are his son, so in a way,
Yeah.
he's learning with Dick Grayson. He failed with Jason Todd. Not sure what I've never followed Tim Drake too much, so I'm not sure what the lesson he learned from Tim Drake is, and he have to deal with a little brat and Damian Wayne. So it's like his always learning curve, right? So yeah, that's exciting to see.
Daddy learning curve.
You wanna know something? You wanna know something? You wanna know something interesting, Kelf, about this and Ariq? This is the
What?
photo that they use for the promotion art in the video. This particular picture, which I don't think is what they're gonna do for the movie, but this picture, that is Dick Grayson as Batman, not Bruce Wayne.
Oh, what?
That's not Bruce
Huh.
Wayne. Oh.
No, because there is a whole storyline. It's after Crisis, I believe. Batman is dead. So Dick Grayson takes on the role of the mantle of Batman, and Damian Wayne as Robin. And this is the particular picture that they use is that picture. But I don't think they're gonna do Dick Grayson as Batman in the movie.
No, I don't think so.
I just thought that I
Yeah.
pointed out. That's like interesting. That's an interesting thing that they did there.
Yeah, alright,
So, yeah.
alright.
Yeah.
Brave and the Bold will be interesting, especially if we get to see the other Bat family. The rest of the Bat family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Any other thoughts on this? Ariq, maybe?
And see, Man
No,
Bat.
I was thinking about this. Someone said Jensen Ackles as a mid-age Batman. I just can't imagine him saying the line he said in The
he
Boys.
got the voice. He got the voice down though.
No. But like in the Boys series, I remembered where he just said to I forgot the main character, "Why don't you gargle my balls?" Imagine Batman saying that.
Imagine JD Sink as Batman saying that.
Saying that? Oh wow! Why don't you gargle my
And then she's just running up that hill.
Well, she just came down from the hill, said, "Can you gargle? But why don't you gargle my balls?" And then run up. Oh, we're getting off track very much.
Yes.
Yeah, the Brave and the Bold. That's definitely a Brave and Bold move, though. Just someone say
Brave and
that.
Bold. But honestly, Jensen
Indeed.
Ackles is not a bad casting. I still
Yeah,
think
it's not,
Carl
yeah.
Urban will be good. I think Carl Urban will be a great Batman. I think John Hamm is a lot of people's fan cast. I think he's too old at this point for it. Even though he'll be great, but I think he's too old for it. But yeah.
What Samo Science said here, Willem Dafoe as the Joker is something I've always wanted to see. Because I don't
It's
know,
never
Willem
Yeah,
Dafoe.
not at this point. It's never gonna happen.
Yeah, but
Yeah. But Willem Dafoe is his face looks like the Joker, alright?
he just naturally looks crazy. It's
Yeah,
what he does.
exactly. Especially when he's smiling.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised he hasn't played the Joker yet this whole time, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, let's move on to the next one. We have the Booster Gold. Yeah, so Booster Gold. The DC Universe will introduce the self-absorbed and time-traveling hero from the future, Michael John Carter, aka Booster Gold, for HBO Max. First introduced to DC Comics by writer Dan Jurgens in 1986, the series is described to be a comedy, as Gunn calls Booster Gold imposter syndrome as a hero. TBA again as the release. Yeah. Honestly, I'm not too familiar with Booster Gold. I just know he's fast.
He's not fast.
Oh,
He's a
Well,
time
that-
traveler.
Yeah, but you gotta be fast with time travel.
He's a tech dude. He comes
I
from the
know.
okay. For people who are not familiar, he is basically he's from the future in a future where everyone glorified superheroes, and so he wants to be a hero. So he sort of come backs in time,
Oh wait, I was thinking
and
of a different guy.
exactly. I was saying that's why I was saying like he's not fast. Who were you thinking of?
I forgot his name. He dressed in yellow as well. Forgot who.
Professor Zoom?
No, wait. Let me find it first. I forgot. I was thinking of Kid Flash for some reason.
But yeah, Booster Gold is basically he's a glory-seeking, showboating guy from the future, making he's like Syndrome from Incredibles, but a good guy
Mhm.
Syndrome who's like showboating from the future, comes back in time, and he basically tried to become a hero, but he isn't because he's sort of like he comes from he's sort of like a fake hero in a way. So that's what's exciting about him. He used technology for his weapons, and he's sort of like a celebrity kind of thing. He's sort of like he wants to be a hero for the fame, not because of the hero aspect of it. And that's what's exciting about Booster Gold as a character. And also, Booster Gold and Blue Beetle is known to be paired up a lot. So the fact that we have Blue Beetle and now Booster Gold is exciting. Um, but yeah, Arik, you're unfamiliar with Booster Gold, right?
Yeah, I've never heard of him ever.
Thoughts on a Booster Gold film?
The moment you mentioned that he's kind of like Syndrome, that's actually pretty cool. Like somebody who's just what is it? Tech-based hero, and pretends to
Wants it
be
for the
a hero.
glory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I think there's like an interesting story behind that. Some moral lessons here and there. Maybe. I don't know how the story's gonna go exactly, but
Like the fact that James Gunn expressed it to be an imposter syndrome as a superhero, that is like fascinating. It's sort of like a psychological, not psychological thriller, but it's sort of like, oh, do I actually want all this fame that comes with it? Do I not want it? Uh, and like coming from a different timeline and like it's not appreciated or something like that. It's kind of exciting. Kelvin,
Oh, you've pretty much said what all I want to say.
say something different. Think of something different.
think of something different.
I'm interested in the pairing of Blue Beetle and Booster Gold. There's that. Uh, I think their dynamics would be fun. On live action. So yeah, that I guess.
There is a picture over there on your
Blue and
screen
gold.
share and your screen share
Yeah.
of Chris Pratt as Booster Gold. And obviously James Gunn likes to work with actors he's been with. I think Chris Pratt would be a fantastic Booster Gold. I really do. Say what you will about him. I think I think he fits the character. Like he can play the showboaty type of someone and then like he just lose touch with reality. I think it will
Oh
be
yeah.
pretty interesting to have him as Booster Gold.
Yeah, from the looks of it, the Booster Gold does give some, what do you call it, Star Lord kind of vibes. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Just the way he
Yeah, I can
looks
see it.
in general
Yeah.
and his whole expression.
Yeah, definitely. Uh, and I mean, if they do blue and gold, they can obviously use the Jamie Reyes is the second Blue Beetle, but they can do Ted Kord as the first Blue Beetle, which we haven't seen. Um, but yeah, no. Samuel said this is the most excited that he's about. I am. It's up there for me because he's kind of the character is so interesting. He's kind of a douche. He got awesome weapons with technology. He lies stuff. He's both disrespected and respected by heroes at the same time because of his actions. He saved Ronald Reagan at one point. Uh,
He did.
that's very random. That's a very random fact that I know for some reason. There's an arc where he saved Ronald Reagan.
Huh.
But yeah, he's
I thought
actually
according to the wiki, that's how he became a known hero in the first place. Because he
was
saved,
it? I
he
don't
went back in
remember.
time and saved Ronald Reagan. I think, yeah, that's what it says in the wiki.
That's nice.
Okay.
But yeah,
That's
he's
nice.
like he's a really good-hearted dude, and he's sort of a joke to some of the people in the universe. But yeah, he's very good-hearted, and doesn't know how to do things right. So yeah, it's very interesting. The fact that he's good-hearted but he seek fame. It's like it's a weird mix. It's a weird mix of like characteristics that work. So
Mm.
it's exciting. Exciting stuff.
Yeah. All right. Uh, I don't have much else to add on Booster Gold.
Yeah. Sure.
Alric?
Fair enough. Fair
No.
enough.
All right.
I have
All
no
right.
idea.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with Wizard Gold, but yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. Now let's. We still have what, 2 more to go? Yeah. All
More
right.
to go.
Yeah.
The next one we have Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, the next solo film of Superman's cousin, Kara Zor-El, aka Supergirl. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow will be based on Tom King's comic run on the same name from 2021 and 2022. It's currently unknown if this film will feature the same version of the character played by Sasha
Kelly.
Kelly in The Flash. James Gunn described this version of Supergirl as much more hardcore, as opposed to contrast with the new version of Superman that will be introduced in the DCU. Yeah.
Yep.
But what do they
The-
mean hardcore?
I am super excited for this. Outside, okay, Batman, Superman, excited, obviously, right?
Hmm.
I I think if I'm looking at the whole slate right now,
Yeah.
after the explanation by all of the explanation that James Gunn did, and from what all we know, this is honestly my most excited one because he
Really?
said it's going to be a sci-fi epic. First,
Mm.
that sounds awesome. It's going to contrast Superman. Superman is going to be a light-hearted story of him on Earth. Supergirl is going to be on space and it's going to be dark and it's going to be gritty. Super I haven't read this. I haven't read this storyline yet, but Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, is a story that Tom King wrote last year, I believe. And
Yeah.
apparently, it is one of the best comic books ever in terms of story.
Ooh.
And they are going to adapt it. Basically, from what happened is that Superman takes place on Earth, right? Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, she lands on like a remnant of Krypton, like a rock or a moon of Krypton. She's in a remnant, and then everyone around her starts fading away because of the environment is not suitable and everything like that. So she's sort of like on her own in a way, and it gets done. It's a hell bent insanity of like universe slaughter kind of thing. It's wild from what I heard, and yeah, I haven't read it, so I don't know too much. But the idea of it's a fantasy epic, and it contrasts Superman. It's exciting. Plus, I love Supergirl from the TV show. I like the character a lot, so I'm excited for this.
Hmm.
Any thoughts,
Yes.
Oh,
Ariq?
but not excited.
Contemplating.
Oh,
I'm
well,
reading the book. I'm reading the
oh, you're
synopsis
reading
of
the
the book.
book. Well, okay. Well, I guess the mention of what is it, like a space kind of like fantasy adventure film does sound very intriguing. It's always the funnest type of film. So yeah, I mean, I've not entirely too familiar with Supergirl that much. I've only seen her in like gameplay of Injustice 2. So yeah. So I guess if it's a contrast to Superman, I guess that'll be something new for me, I guess. That'll be cool.
Yeah. How's the read going, Kelvin? Still going? Okay, I'll stall
No,
time for you.
it's pretty it's pretty.
I'll stall time
I
for
would
you.
just say it's interesting. It's interesting.
Interesting.
Because I mean, yeah, like even the synopsis says, it will shake them to their core. I guess that's Woman of Tomorrow with all the hardcore stuff that's gonna happen. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, from what you're saying, I guess yeah, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow sounds really cool to get to see the remnants of Kryptonians. Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, I
Excited.
don't know. Yeah.
I'll be honest. I don't think Sasha Cali is probably coming back for this. They're probably gonna get someone new, if I'm guessing.
Probably. Yeah.
Melissa Benoist is probably not gonna be back, even though I love her.
I
as
like
Supergirl.
her though as Supergirl.
But no, I saw a tweet going around, side tangent. I saw a tweet going around of an exchange where someone is like, we should cast her as the new Supergirl, and it's a picture of Melissa Benoist, and someone replied, I don't think she should. She's not a great actor. She's just a singer. And then someone replied below, and then the same person replied, "You're kidding, right?" And I'm like, "No, isn't that the girl from Glee?" And then he replied again with a picture of Melissa Benoist as Supergirl in the TV show. I'm like, I thought that's just a cosplay. I didn't know there was a show. I was like, what the fuck?
That was just a constant damn.
he just know her as the girl from Glee. He's like, you're just a singer. Not gonna be good, but yeah. And you know, the fantasy epic side of it and it's contrasting Superman should be fun.
I didn't know I didn't know Melissa Benoist is a singer.
She started off in Glee. You know there is an episode of Flash and Supergirl that's a musical.
I know, but I didn't know
She's great in it.
She's a
Yeah.
singer. Yeah.
Yeah, she started off on Glee, so yeah.
Alright, yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Alright, yeah, so that's about that for Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. Exciting stuff. And lastly, Ariq with the
yes.
last one here.
The last
Swamp
thing.
Thing.
Yes, Swamp Thing. So Swamp Thing, the next attempt to bring Alan Moore's Swamp Thing to the big screen. Swamp Thing is said to dive deeper into horror than any other DCU projects as fans explore the origins of the titular monster. Titular.
Tit-
Tit. Tit. Unknown release date. James Mangold has teased his interest in Swamp Thing following the film's announcement. James Mangold.
James Mangold is a director of Logan.
Oh,
Ford v.
shit.
Ferrari.
And last wish. Wait, is it? I don't know.
Is it
No,
Last
I don't
Wish?
No, it's not. I don't know. I don't know why I said
Oh,
that.
and Indiana Jones as well, the new one? Oh, okay.
Yes, the new Indiana Jones.
Oh, okay. Well, wait, that's nothing with horror though. I mean, I'm not saying like he can't do it. It's just like it's very different, you know. Oh wait, this looks like a horror film he directed.
He can definitely, because it's gritty and dark.
Yeah,
but I mean,
he's
it's not
great.
confirmed. But he literally, James Mangold just like react on Twitter like, "Oh, this should be interesting." Like, "Oh, it's like
Does he not know?
volunteering."
Maybe he
Huh?
doesn't know that he's. Maybe he doesn't know
No,
he's
I mean,
directing.
he is not. He's not directing it. They're not. They
He's
didn't
not
say.
directing. He's just
Oh,
It's
he's
only-
interested.
he's
Oh, okay,
interested.
okay.
He's interested. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just like looking through his like filmography. This one's very. I don't know why. This is a very interesting film. It's like an Among Us kind of deal. There's a 2003 film he did called Identity, where like 10 people were in shelter from a storm, but one of them is a serial killer.
That's Among Us, legit.
That's very Among Us. It's very Among Us esque. Okay.
It's werewolf pretty much.
Mm.
I'm excited for the horror aspect to this because we don't get too many horror. No, we don't. It's not that we don't get too many. It's just we don't get horror superhero movies, or I guess in this time, I don't know. Is not something? It's not really superhero, I guess. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't know what he
you know.
is. Oh, it's Albert muted.
Albert's muted.
Albert.
It's body horror. Have you guys
Yeah.
seen the? Well, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna predict, and you guys say no. Have you guys seen the Swamp Thing movie? The two Swamp Thing
Something
movies
movie.
from
No.
1982 and 1985
I've seen clips of it.
and 89.
Yeah.
It's not great. Have you seen the Swamp Thing TV show that came out a while ago that got canceled after one season?
No,
No.
haven't.
Which I heard
I've
good
seen
stuff about.
the
I haven't seen it.
clips. Yeah, I heard it's actually good.
Why did it got
Okay.
cancelled then?
My knowledge of Swamp Thing is based on the movie, so if I'm very wrong, apologies. But it's basically he's a scientist that works in a swamp. Some experiment went wrong,
Yeah.
and then the swamp like got merged with the swamp, and he become like this swamp being basically.
I read this
Uh,
comic.
the swamp
Never mind.
swamp monster. So and then yeah, he's like he's one with the wilderness. He can control plants and everything like that. You cut off his arm, it grows back like a plant. So yeah,
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I read the comics. One of them when I was way back then. I think I lost it now though.
Yeah, I've mostly seen Swamp Thing from again watching gameplays of the Injustice this Justice 2 game. It was pretty cool, I guess.
Well, I'm just
By the
excited for the horror thing, because I quite like horror movies, so this should be interesting.
By the way, I don't know if you guys can hear it. There's a baby crying outside of my apartment. I don't know if you guys
I
can
hear
hear
it.
it.
I hear it.
I hear
yeah.
it.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself for a bit while
No,
we-
it's fine. We don't need. We can't hear it that much. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm interested to see the design though of what the design will be like swap for
that
something.
one, the one, yeah, some of
What?
them are from the old movie and some of them is from the new one. A lot of these pictures
sure
are
it is
from
the
the
new
new
one.
TV show.
That's the new one, I think.
That's the new
2019.
TV show, yeah.
I mean, he in the comic he is just like a muscular body kind of thing. I kind of want him to be somewhat more monstrous, something like this, with a
Mhm.
longer mustache kind of
That's
thing.
from the old one. That's from the old Swamp
Which
Thing.
one? This one?
Up. Yeah, that's
Oh,
that
this
and the
one?
one on the right. That
This
one
one as
also.
well. Yeah.
That also, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want him to have more of this like monstrous look instead of just like some green buff man.
Green buff man. That's just Shrek hitting the gym. Yeah, you're right.
Shrek hitting the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's basically what I want. Something.
Oh, Calvin got muted.
I think he did.
It would be
Calvin.
cool if you have some kind of
No.
like Davy Jones kind of like beard mustache
CGI.
thing. Yeah.
Huh.
That would be pretty cool, but it's just like vines. Yeah.
What self-moving mustache?
Self-moving
facial
mustache.
hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's exciting. I don't know
Right,
who
any
would
other-
play the role. I don't know who would be good to play the role. Definitely not Dave Bautista because he's never gonna want to use makeup anymore.
No way. No way.
You know what's interesting? Dave Bautista, after the announcement came out, he posted a picture of Lex Luthor.
He's not gonna be Lex Luthor.
He will
Right.
be a menacing Lex Luthor.
He will be a menacing Lex Luthor. It'll be a very different take of the usual Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
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 But yeah.
Yeah.
And it's fun. Exciting.
Yeah. Swamp Thing is exciting for sure. All right. So yeah, that's basically all the things to cover from this. What's the name?
So
All
which
the
one-
stuff that's been shown. All right. Now
Which one
let's
are you
get
most
to the
excited
usual
about?
question. Yeah. Which one are we most excited about? Um. My number one is definitely Lanterns because of the whole detective what's the name? Detective thing they're doing. So yeah, definitely the Lanterns is up there for me. That's number one. Yeah. How about you guys?
Mm, I think I'd say Creature Commandos just because of
Really?
the whole. Yeah,
Because of
the-
Weasel?
the
That's
fuck-
wild.
Yeah. No, not because of Weasel. It's because of the like Suicide Squad-esque kind of like deal with it.
It'll be a fun watch for sure. Creature
It'll be a
Commandos.
fun watch, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it'll be the best out of this, unlikely.
Nah.
But I think it'll be a fun watch.
How about you, Bert?
I really think it's Supergirl. Like the idea again. Tom King is attached to it. The original writer of the comic is attached to it. It's going to be a sci-fi epic. That's fun. And yeah, I think the fact that it's both of the Superman. I think Superman Legacy and Supergirl. I think the fact that it's going to be contrasting each other is going to be a lot of fun and excited. And I've always liked Superman as a character. Like out of these characters to begin with, Superman has always been my favorite. I guess I just never really did it great. Except for again Superman and Lois TV show, which I'm glad it's Elseworlds. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for that one.
Yeah. This is the first time I'm excited for the Lanterns. God damn.
And you
It's
want to
been a
see
while,
Michael?
man.
You want to see Michael B. Jordan and Glenn Powell as the Lanterns?
Oh yeah, that'll be cool. That'll be neat.
You know who I
Yeah.
just thought of like for Jason Todd? Because I mean we're probably
Who?
not going to say Jason Todd, but someone who will be perfect for Jason Todd,
Mhm.
Dacre Montgomery, Stranger Things.
Oh, Stranger Things.
You know what?
Yeah.
The whole Bat family should just be Stranger Things cast. We've agreed. We're going to say this thing as Batman, Finn Wolfhard as Robin, Dacre Montgomery.
Yeah, like I said, yeah, once Netflix sinks, Get all of my
David
brain.
David Harbour as Gordon,
Alfred.
as Jim Gordon.
Oh,
Alfred.
he's
Jim
Alfred.
Gordon, yeah. As Alfred, yeah.
Oh, you know who's great as Booster Gold? Joe
Who?
Keery. Joe Keery could be
Oh.
a fun Booster Gold.
He can be fun.
Yeah. Um, Millie Bobby Brown can be Supergirl. Why not? She's
Yeah, why
she already played the sister to Sherlock Holmes, played by Henry Cavill. So as well. And the cousin.
Oh yeah.
Even though Henry's no longer here.
Just to link it up. Yeah.
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 Oh, that's
All
pretty
right.
much just it, I guess. So yeah. The thing is, all of this are still 2025, I guess. So it's still like 2 years. So
That is true. By
it's still a
the
long.
way, yeah.
It's still a long time.
Superman Legacy and Batman Part 2 is supposed to come out the same year. If according to plan. And that is also the same year where we get an Avengers movie and Fantastic Four. So if all of those are in the same year, whoa.
We are going to have another superhero. What's its name? Explosions again. Superhero movies explosion.
Yes. Yes, back like episode 1 of the Councilmen, where we all
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about superhero films.
That's all we do, baby.
That's
All
all
right.
we did.
Yeah. Man. For once, the DCU is very promising. Yeah. I mean, it's not just the DCU. I guess the Elseworld stuff is also very intriguing.
So smart.
Yeah.
It's so smart that they do it.
Yeah. True.
Mhm.
Alright, yeah, I guess. The episode's running long, so we're not going to do the Last of Us 3 episode 3 review like in this stream, but we are going to do like what's the name? Pre-record
Separate?
of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Separate video of it, yeah. So yeah. Yeah. So I guess if there's nothing else to add, right? No? Okay.
I just realized Ariq changed his name to First Media can suck it. I just already-
Don't worry, it's slander, but you go on.
Alright.
Yeah, I guess we can just wrap it up right now. So Ariq, go ahead.
You can find me on Instagram at Ariq Andria. You can find me on Letterbox at Ricky Do.
Yeah, and you guys can find the missing man Teguh at TG22399 on Instagram and Teguh on Twitter. I don't think he used Twitter though.
Oh, he just has it, yeah.
It's just there in his phone. He never
Yeah.
opens it, I
He
think.
never does. I tag him on Twitter. Obviously, I'm pretty sure he doesn't get. He doesn't even care. So,
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, and you guys can find me, Kelvin, on Instagram at KY27 and Disco Monkey on Letterboxd and YouTube. Albert.
Find me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Letterbox, Jae Wiradharma. That's JAWIRADHARMA. Find me there. So yeah. Why are you guys laughing? You like the way how I say it.
I'm gonna laugh because Kelvin laughed.
But yeah, you can find me on all my socials there, and you can also find a Councilman at Councilmen Show on Twitter, Instagram, Letterbox, as well as you can send us an email, councilmanshow@gmail.com if you want to. And don't forget to follow us and subscribe to us in this channel and on our podcast feed, wherever you listen to it, Spotify, Castbox, Apple Podcasts, and leave us a review if you'd like. And if you're watching on the YouTube, don't forget, smash your head into the like button. So there you go.
Smash it. Right now. Like Ariq did.
3 damage.
Maybe softer so you can be there for the next episode.
Yep.
Alright, yeah, I guess we also got merch, I guess, but it's just there. We haven't added much.
Just there.
We haven't added anything else to it, I think. Yeah.
Well, we need
what
new
is it?
ideas. We need new ideas. Sadie
We
Sink
have
us. We should Photoshop Sadie Sink as Batman. There you go. That's our merch.
You guys want that as a merch? Sadie Sing as Batman?
I still haven't made the You Got Balls one.
Oh my god.
I'll work on it
Alright,
later.
yeah, and with that, the councilman has spoken. And we'll see you in the next episode. DCU, baby!